Previously on Twin Portals.
The Silver Waves of Justice took to subterfuge as they ventured into Neverwinter, the shining jewel of the North. Aided by the cunning Bregan Dareth, Swoj semi-covertly contacted a smuggler named Slippery Shim, who was operating within the famous hall known as the Moonstone Mask. Shim tipped them off to the recent arrest of an assassin on the Southern Road, apprehended after a botched murder attempt on an agent of the Masks. Swoj hatched a daring plan: infiltrate the halls of justice, free the assassin, and investigate his potential affiliation with Rowan Crooks and the Jolly Gents. Through a blend of wild shaping, deception, some dispelling, and a single portal, Swoj successfully completed the prison break and rendezvoused beneath the Sleeping Dragon Bridge. Now hundreds of feet above the balmy Neverwinter River, and with their mysterious captive in tow, the Silver Waves of Justice prepare to dive deeper into the pool of intrigue beneath the city's surface.
Well, where we left off, you guys. Ilka, you had just handed over a Mask's outfit to this stranger that you liberated from a jail cell.
Yeah,
in the Hall of
zapped
Justice.
him through a dimension door.
You were hanging out underneath the bridge, the Sleeping Dragon Bridge, which is where you made your plans.
Is there any graffiti?
Yes, lots.
Good.
Yeah. But only like on the really hard to reach underside where like it's hard to clean up. Like it's maintained.
So it's really more impressive that they got it down there.
Yeah, where they were like hanging from ropes or something.
Yes.
They were levitating. Maybe it's magic after all. He just asked you, so what brings the Silver Waves of Justice to Neverwinter? Zay, you're currently scurrying on little mouse feet away from the Hall of Justice.
Heading towards where we had met.
Y'all, where's Zay?
She's scurrying probably along on her little mouse feet somewhere.
I am alarmed. I'm going to go up and look for Zay because she takes like 100th of a stride of a human.
She's
Fair
speedy,
point.
though. She's
I don't
speedy.
know. Mice are pretty fast.
That's true.
If you've ever had one in your house, you know.
Zay, as you're booking it away, you notice the guards that were standing outside the Hall of Justice are like, clearly something's got their attention, and a few of them run inside the building with some sense of urgency through the doors that you guys came out of.
How they knew?
Yeah, well, does Dimension Door make a noise?
I was informed it's not an actual door, so I don't know.
She didn't slam it as she left.
Yeah, that's not like a creaky hinge or anything.
All right, so this guy is just like fitting on his mask right now and regarding the four of you with some trepidation. Seems a little suspicious.
The four of us, so Zay's here.
The three
now?
of you, sorry, as Zay arrives, we'll wrap it up.
How'd you know how to find us, Zay?
What are you guys doing here? I just came for a drink in the. How is the river?
Onto
It's
the
probably
bridge.
not worth.
The river's like hundreds of feet down from this
Oh,
bridge.
you guys climbed up?
No,
I thought we were under the bridge still.
we are. Well, it's on the embankment.
Oh, I see what you're saying. And the river's still further down. Okay,
Yes,
I did not.
significantly.
I just smelled the water. I didn't know it was very far still.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, well, but it's fortuitous either way.
I transformed back into a halfling. Hey, guys.
Oh, hi. Nice to be able to actually speak with you.
Sir, you have us at an unusual disadvantage as we did just rescue you in that you know us. Who are you?
Lark, you vaguely recognize this character. You've seen him in some of like the really, really obscure comic books. He's kind of like a C-tier Jolly Gent in the pantheon of Jolly Gents. But his name is 16-String Jack.
Wait, you look a little bit like 16-String Jack from the comics.
Holy shit, are you a fan?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I'm the number one fan.
Of course, he says. Yeah, you know, they did a really bad job rendering my face in those original drawings, but it's impressive that you can recognize me.
Yeah, well, I recognize the long fingers.
Oh, yeah, of course, that would do it. Attention to detail.
Wow, 16-String Jack. Nice to meet you. I'm an official Jolly Gent, an unofficial Jolly Gent, an honorary Jolly Gent.
That's
Does it
not
count
what I heard.
if Foro
Yeah.
made you?
Are you an honorary Foro now?
What? Are you guys saying this out loud? Because
Maybe.
Lark would be really hurt.
He says, so I had it on pretty good word that the four of you were dead. Apparently that's not the case.
No, it's true.
You said were, right?
Ooh.
Yes, we were dead.
All four of us.
Wait a
Quite
minute.
dead.
And who told you that, actually?
Oh, word gets around.
Does it?
Yeah.
Because I just, now I'm a little suspicious because the person I thought was Rowan Crooks actually turned out to be Manshoon. And it turns out that Antediluvian Jake was in cahoots. So I I'm a little nervous that maybe you're maybe not on our side.
I don't know what you mean by that. I'm here for the good of everyone. I'm a jolly gent.
Yeah, but so's Antediluvian Jake.
Yeah, we're tight.
Yeah, but he was helping Manshoon.
In the killing us part.
Yeah, that's why we were
Antediluvian
dead.
Jake was involved in the making us dead.
Yeah, so this is awkward, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's really awkward.
He flashes a grin and says, any of you have an instrument or something? I could lighten the mood with some music.
Are you going to sing us a song?
I could.
Are you going to try to put a spell on us?
Why would you say that, Lark? Lark, roll the knowledge. History. Oh my God.
I just rolled a nat 20.
Lark, you know that 6-string Jack's superpower in the comics was that whenever he played an instrument, a small ghostly band would appear and accompany him and let him do crazy bardic magics. That was his trick.
Wait, is he 6-string?
16-string. That's why he's called 16-string, because
Yeah.
more strings appear when
I
he
see.
plays.
Okay. I share that.
Mm.
I share that knowledge.
I
He says,
kind of want to
"Damn
see
it."
his band.
A true fan.
So what were you
But not
planning?
today.
What were you planning? What kind of magic were you planning to spin with the instrument we were going to lend you? I feel like you owe us a little bit. We just busted you out of prison.
Sure, fair. Why did you bust me out of prison? Let's start with that.
We thought you might know more about the masks and
Yeah.
can help us understand what's happening here in Neverember.
Sure, yeah. I've been tracking
That's
them
not
for
what it's
some
called.
time. Neverwinter.
Neverwinter.
It's okay. You're Water Davians. I get it.
This is my first time here.
Oh, welcome.
I've started a map. See?
Oh, nice. I noticed you have a couple notes written down.
Yeah. Oh, we haven't gotten very far into the city.
He says, what's your business with the masks?
We don't know yet.
You all look like you got a lot of lore dumped on you like a month ago.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I've got a lot of personal
And
questions.
it's like 1 a.m. right now, so it's understandable. I mean, you've had some busy times.
Look, 16 string, do you feel comfortable with the Harpers?
No, he says.
Damn. That is the only safe place we have that we could take you back to.
Says, well, I do owe you one, so if you need any information on the masks, just shoot.
Yeah, or Rainier.
Why were you trying to assassinate one?
Well, I picked up a lead that there was a small convoy of masks that would travel from the warfront to Neverwinter every month on the full moon.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed important. They always had carte blanche to enter the city. The guards always turned a blind eye. And I learned that one of the powerful wizards who leads the masks was a member of this convoy every month. So I thought it seemed high priority that I step in and run some interference, so to speak.
Why? Which side of the battle do you want one side to win over the other?
We want the masks to no longer have influence in the city of Waterdeep, or Neverwinter.
Who's we?
I think you know who we is. The Jolly Gents, our crew.
Led by Manshoon?
Excuse me, Rowan Crooks is our leader.
When's the last time you saw Rowan Crooks?
But you know that Rowan Crooks is Manshoon, right?
He says, I think you're way off base there, Lark Wave Silver.
Because Antediluvian Jake seemed to know all about it when that became apparent to us.
Yeah, well, maybe you should talk to Jake and Crooks about it, because you're making a lot of assumptions.
Well, it's not so much an assumption as he actually told us. So
Right before he killed us.
there was no inference necessary.
You notice that Jack seems to be like edging towards the edge of the cliff and kind of like peeking down, like gauging the
If
drop.
he could jump off.
Yeah. He says, well, yeah, they run a convoy every month. And it's interesting. I stabbed that wizard. He didn't bleed. It seemed like he was made of something other than human body, so to speak.
This is all information we already had.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did you know that when I stabbed him, he dropped a small cloth that was holding a small stone? The stone was glowing. It was clearly magical.
I didn't know that. What happened to it?
I think they picked it up when they took me down.
So what do you think? What do you think the magic stone was for?
Well, my reasoning, young Wave Silver, is that they're bringing these stones to Neverwinter every month on the full moon. They deliver them to the chasm, and I don't know what happens down there. They take it down below.
Can you get into the chasm? I thought it was sealed.
There are ways. The city guard maintains a few ways down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember the stones on the back of the big beast?
The memories, that were powering the beast.
Yeah. How would you describe those stones? They were like shards?
They were. I have one in my. No, I don't.
Oh.
I do have one in my pouches. I just don't have my pouches. I believe they were mostly golden. I'm saying this out loud. Mostly golden. That they lit up. They were bright
Those
enough to light up a room.
Those
Yeah.
were wish stones, right?
Wish
Those-
stones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
There
all
we
different
go.
colors.
Yeah, yeah.
wish
Jack,
stones.
does this sound like that stone?
Now, the stone had eyes that opened and looked at me. when he dropped it.
Okay.
All right.
Was it sort of avocado shaped?
It was
Oh, interesting.
sort of a puke color.
Oh, yeah. We've seen that before.
Mm.
Don't
We've
get
held
it wet.
that before.
I didn't know there was more than one stone of galore. Oh, I suppose any
Yeah.
of them would turn into that if they
So
were.
you're saying there's multiple of these?
I believe they take one to the chasm every month. Yes.
That's bad news.
So
Hey,
they're collecting aboleths?
Right.
How come you're so interested in what's going on in Neverwinter? Like it seems like the Jolly Gents would be more interested in, I don't know, the deep wilds or something like that.
He says, we have reason to believe that one of the last clones of Manchun is heavily involved in the politics of Neverwinter. And we aim to end that relationship
I see.
permanently.
Okay. Do you have a sense of who it might be?
I think I said Manchun.
Yeah, but I mean, you think he's openly operating as Manchun? Or I thought he might be in disguise, like the way that he's pretending to be Rowan Crooks.
I think he's about the farthest thing from openly operating, but yes, I think he's behind a lot of this.
He might be pretending to be someone else.
Let's put it this way. The wizard that I stabbed looked like Manchun, had his face behind a mask.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Hey, do you know anything about Rainier?
The prince?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him. He keeps a low profile.
Hmm.
Not really a priority.
Okay.
His dad pulls the strings in the city, you see.
What if Lord Neverember is Manchun?
I hadn't considered the possibility. He says, listen, they'll probably send another wizard to bring the stone to the chasm. It's always a wizard and a stone. They always go together. So if they left the war front on horseback, they should be here in the next day or so. They usually travel by night, so if you watch the southern gates, you might have a chance to ward them off. We might have a chance to ward them off if you take me with you.
I mean, I don't know what everyone else thinks. I'm fine taking you with us, I guess. It looks to me like you're maybe thinking about jumping into the river.
Excuse me? I'm just admiring the warm waters.
In an 80-foot drop.
It is like weirdly sweltering from this river. Like the waters are like almost steamy.
Ugh.
Do we think it has something to
Yeah.
do with the nearby volcano?
Yeah.
Yeah, it flows
Yeah.
from that direction.
Oh, okay. So it flows, of course.
Yep. At this point, you all hear a meow, some kind of like magical siren emanating, blasting across the city from the Hall of Justice, and you hear a commotion of people running back and forth on the bridge above you. Sounds like there's some kind of emergency, and the city watch and the masks are mobilizing.
Oh, probably a prisoner sprung from jail.
Right?
Oh, that's a good guess.
Should we meet you tomorrow at dusk at the floating inn? I'm not recalling the name of it right now.
The
As you're
moon.
talking, you hear some guards barking up above. There was a murder at the Moonstone Mask. The Silver Waves of Justice killed somebody. Spies from Waterdeep. We gotta catch them. Put every guard on full alert.
Okay, we should not meet at the Moonstone
No.
Mask.
That's out.
They have an accomplice named Felrecht. We think they might be working with Lord Neverember's son.
That's a lot of information
I mean,
they have.
Some of those things are true.
Yeah.
I don't think we killed anybody. I don't remember that.
Yeah, somebody
who's
was
dead.
killed.
Look for an
Oh, no.
individual with a bright red hat.
Aw.
Mm. I was thinking it was the mouse,
How did
but
they know?
no.
16 string Jack.
Hub.
Did you hear that?
Says, I did.
Do you have a good hideout?
No. I was hanging out outside the city when I got captured.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
But you've been here before, and this is our first time. Or at least, I mean, it's maybe not my first time, but the first time I ever thought about where good hiding places would be.
He kind of is looking closer to that edge again. He's ignoring you, Lark.
I clap an arm around his shoulder and snug him back over to the wall.
Can we see the castle from where we are?
Yeah, it's to the north, so you can see it on the other side of the bridge, towering up
It
above.
is just on the other side of the bridge.
Yep.
And as far as we know, people avoid the castle.
It's full of ghosts.
Yeah, should we go to the castle?
Yeah.
Hide out for the day?
What do
can
you think
deal
about
with
going to the
ghosts.
castle, 16 strings?
He says, I think that a better idea would be... And then he starts screaming. He starts saying, help! They're here! They have me!
I clap a hand over his mouth.
He's still screaming. She's trying to pry her hand away. And he's like, help! Help! They're taking me! I'm down by the embankment! And you see torches like gathering up above, maybe like 20, 30 feet.
How far above the water are we?
Like 150 feet or so.
We're not doing that jump.
I cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. You all feel veiled. The dimmer turns on. You want to roll stealth?
I'm seeing if I can shut him up with anything.
No.
Scoot, can you shut him up?
I can bonk him on his head.
Yeah.
That's what I just bam.
The Fezzik
Yeah.
approach. Roll, make a damage roll. Unarmed attack, I guess. We'll say you hit him since he's restrained.
You want a D4?
Mm-hmm.
2 plus 3. Do I get to add my strength?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5.
He seems really well. You might not be. I don't know, but
We'll say 2.
regardless, he's a lot tougher than that. He just kind of glares at you and goes.
Well, he stopped screaming.
Yeah. Well, he's still belting, but Ilka's mouth and arm, I assume, are covering his mouth, so he's having a hard time.
I'll put my rapier up against his. I have one, right? Yeah, I think I got one from Jarlaxle. Yeah, I'll put that up against his throat.
The guards are shouting, "I see them! They're down there! How do we get down? Bring some rope!" Hubbub, hubbub, hubbub.
Oh, man.
I'm
Clang,
gonna
clang, clang, clang.
Move along the embankment as far as I can away from that side of the bridge, looking for ways to move along the cliffs.
You can move along the bottom of the bridge across it, or like with a climb check, you could try and scale down to the water, but it'd be kind of tough.
Let's try to move to the other side. We can leave this dude behind.
I think we should take him with us because if he goes back to Rowan Crooks,
If we can.
Well, we did knock him out. Can you?
We did
knock
not
him out?
snack him
We
out.
did not.
No,
He's
he just
awake
bonked
still.
his head. Yeah.
hit him again. I can cast a spell that looks like us running away to distract. We'll start with that.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'm gonna major image what looks like him and loosely Lark in a red hat. Loosely sprinting away, and I can control that for 120 feet.
But you're all still visible while that happens?
Well, we have pass without trace.
Trace.
Yep.
True. Okay.
I rolled a
Okay.
22, and I'm trying to move towards the cliffs. And as I do that, I'm going to turn back and cast Charm Person on Jack.
So he makes a wisdom save.
Yes.
He gets a pretty high roll.
Shoot.
19.
Yeah. It was unsuccessful. I'm like, hey, don't you just want to come along with us?
He's like, "Don't even start, you filth."
Oh!
But it's
I was
muffled. It's like, "Don't even start."
Oh, we're
Now he's
filth
getting
now.
personal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Changed quickly.
Yeah. His tone, his true colors are showing.
Okay. Well,
He's starting to fight Ilka. Make a opposed grapple roll, Ilka. See if you can get out from your
Hey.
grip.
A what grapple roll?
Just roll athletics. He crit failed, so he's flailing.
Dirty 20.
Yep. Yeah, you can move him around with you if you want.
all right. Now I got to restrain him. I take another do-rag out of my waistband.
Scoot, just throw him in the river.
Yeah, do we need him?
I was just going to put the do-rag through his mouth and just hold him behind like that and just so I'm trying to muffle him and control him at the same time.
The question still stands. Do we need him?
I feel like we've gotten the information we need. If we release him, he's going back to Rowan Crooks.
Okay. And as soon as he reaches to stop that, I take a step back and I kick him.
Off the edge?
Yeah.
With his gagged too?
Well, it wasn't tied. He could start screaming about 80 feet down.
So your illusions are like scaling the cliff face, going away from the bridge. And he goes flying out of your pass without trace field. And as you're all slinking towards the bridge, I assume? Trying to like cross it from below, like carefully climbing.
Yeah, based on every movie that I saw in the 80s, it's pretty easy to just grab a hold of the bottom of the bridge and go across that
totally.
way.
Oh, there's it's the Sleeping Dragon Bridge. There's like dragon claws and legs and all
Perfect.
kinds of like motifs that you can just like
Yeah, we're nimble.
yeah.
We can handle jumping out of
climbed
windows and
worse.
grabbing ropes.
Oh, yeah,
so-
never a problem.
You should all make a climb DC. Just roll climb athletics. Let's see how you do.
Can we? Who has rope? I don't have anything left anymore.
If I bought an explorer's pack
an
or an
explorer's
adventurer's
pack,
pack,
yeah.
yeah.
Can we tie ourselves together?
I
Maybe
would-
we don't
yeah.
have enough time. I
I
don't
could
know.
rig something together. I don't know.
It seems like the guards didn't notice you. They did notice the thunk and the splash as Jack hit a rock and then fell into the water and started floating away. Unclear if he's moving or not once he hits the
I'll
water.
be honest. I tried to clear that rock.
Well, I mean, 150 feet to a rock. I feel like he's maybe not okay.
It's 15d6
What's the
damage.
geology like up here? Is it a hard rock or is it more like a soft, like a clayish type?
It's like a limestone. It's an alluvial fan. So, I mean, this stuff is deposited over the years and then washed through.
I knew I'd distract him with that one.
Now I'm just thinking about the geology.
That's what happens in the Ask
I mean,
Mathias
it's a really
geology
deep canyon, but it's also like a river outlet. So how would that form?
Zay transforms into a ferret and to move just
A lot of
quickly
magic involved.
across the...
Oh, it's no problem if you're a ferret. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
okay.
skitter anywhere you want.
Was
But
that
you would still pass without trace, though. Can you concentrate while you're a ferret?
That's a really good question.
I don't think you can. So then roll that athletics.
is it
everybody?
athletics or acrobatics?
You could do acrobatics if you
Okay,
like. Yeah,
great.
It's more your wheelhouse.
Then I have a 25.
No sweat.
16.
Nice.
12.
19.
Okay, so Ilka's struggling a little bit. Anybody want to help her?
Yes, I definitely am helping.
Dead muscles are spongy.
Yeah. It's slow going. I mean, like, you have your friends all helping you out, and you're all tied together. So the guards seem to be totally distracted by this illusion until it disappears. Then they start fanning out, looking around up above, and they're like, it was an illusion. They've got to be close by. Watch the bridge. They were under the bridge. Look for a red hat.
Is the body down below us?
It's floating away towards the mouth of the river, towards the ocean.
How far away?
Oh, it's got to be a few hundred feet away now.
Does anyone throw their voice?
Not that far. Not 100.
And we're still in a cone.
No, but I just meant like you could pretend to be one of the guards and be like, they're in the river.
We're still in a cone of silence.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
2 of you are wearing guard uniforms, too.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
suppose,
true.
Yeah. Well, we're pretty screwed if they see us here.
Ooh. My dancing lights have a really long range. I'm going to throw them up 100 feet, 120 feet away on the opposite side of the bridge, looking like 4 torches.
Well, wait, the side we're going towards or the side we came from?
You're going north.
It's the side we came from then. I want to make the guards think that there are 4 torches over in some bushes. Yeah.
Okay. They lit torches! That's really dumb! It's really easy to see them now! Quick! Throw the grappling hooks!
Amazing.
You hear like a rumble as all the guards, Monty Python style, shift over the other side of the bridge. As if they were cardboard cuts.
I'm gonna use my druid craft to make like a little cloud around Lark's hat to try to like obscure it.
I don't think Lark is wearing his hat because we had to go in as guards.
That's true.
Oh, did you leave it back at the?
Well, I'm guessing it's like under my guard. What is the guard uniform?
It's just a black mask and like black leather armor, black
not sure.
cloak.
Not sure. I would have maybe grabbed it then and as on our way back or something. If we left it, if we stowed it before we left, I would have grabbed it as soon as we got back.
Makes sense.
So just be carrying
Okay,
it.
so you don't have it.
As well as like
have
your
it, but not
anchor pipe
wearing
and
it.
stuff, like all your really conspicuous stuff was left behind.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have the guard
The
uniforms
marimba.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The marimba. You're scaling the side of the bridge with the marimba.
I'm
Every
carrying
so
an
often
anchor.
it clanks against it. Tunk, 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 tunk. Yeah. It's nice. It's like a
I was
chime.
really planning to barter 6-string Jack for my concertina.
Dang.
We threw him in the river, and that's
Sorry.
fine. That's fine. He would have been a hassle to haul around.
He went in the water. You're all like halfway across the bridge
Yeah.
at this point.
Okay.
Great.
The apex, but underneath it. It seems to be relatively quiet right above you at this point.
Are there access ways to get underneath? Like standard sort of like ladders?
Yeah,
Get
every
underneath
so often.
Every
Yeah.
so often?
Yep.
So, okay.
For
So
maintenance.
we could easily make our way back up there if we had to, if we wanted to be seen, or do we keep going underneath?
Well, I mean, as long as we have our paths without a trace,
Yeah.
we might be able to just get up on top and walk the rest of the way.
Okay.
I'll sneak up and peek. I'll sneak around and peek and see if I see anybody up there.
Roll perception. It is dark.
4.
You notice many, many torches and guards on the south side of the river crawling down saying, I don't see anybody. Where'd the torches go? Oh, they're in the bushes. It seems to be confusion and chaos. Near you, there are some guards on the north side of the bridge standing watch.
Which is where we're headed.
Which is where is that where you're headed? Yeah.
Towards
A couple guards over there.
So, okay, I crawl back
Keeping
down.
their eyes peeled.
There's nobody on the bridge, but there's guards on the north side. So if we go up on top, we'll have to go past them. We could use the guard uniforms again, or we could just go under. I'm not sure how that would work. We get the other side, we'd still have to crawl up and.
Do you think 2 of you could relieve the guards that are there and say they've asked for you on the other side? They saw some lights in the bushes and they want your help.
Flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
We don't have dark vision.
There's no way that this'll go wrong.
Yeah.
Let's go, Scoot.
Let's do it.
Oh,
So-
they know you have dark vision. Never, don't say that part.
So how are you approaching?
I have dark vision. I saw them running that way.
Wait a minute. So
So
Ilka
Scoot
and
is-
Zay are just like walking.
Well, you guys-
Hovering. No, we're hiding under the
They-
bridge.
Oh, okay.
They're staying under, and then Scoot and I are going up on top. And,
Yes.
And hopefully, so they don't see us crawling over the edge.
Yeah,
Okay.
what way are the guards facing?
They're facing north, away from you.
Oh.
I mean, if you're coming from the bridge, they'd be facing
I
away
would-
from you.
If we're sitting and talking about it, I would actually say we should make a show of it going up there like we were investigating.
Okay. Sounds good.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, we go up. Is it only one side that it doesn't matter? We both go up.
Yeah.
I follow Scoot's lead.
Yep. And then we head over towards the north guards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
They turn, and when they see, they say, "Halt! Show your identification." The Silver Waves of Justice were seen wearing masks, uniforms. All guards are under scrutiny.
We were just looking for them under there. They're not
show
under
your
there.
identifications.
We think they're on the other side of the bridge. Did you see the torches?
They're looking at each other, looking nervous because you're not showing your identifications.
Hold on, I got mine here somewhere.
Yeah. Check.
Okay.
Do I-
They're like wiggling in their chairs right now.
Do I have
listeners?
my...
As if they were looking for identification.
Did I have my axe or my...
Yeah, we have our.
I assume you
anchor?
took it with
We
you.
have our
yeah.
stuff.
Okay, so we do have this stuff.
They're looking at your anchor pipe right now, like,
One of them carried this.
How far away are we from them?
Well, these guys are right next to them, I assume. You guys are, if you're standing back by the ladder, up maybe like 60 feet away.
Okay.
But you're under the bridge.
Can I minor image identification cards?
Wait, you can't. You cannot hear this conversation.
Oh.
If you get closer, I mean, if you're like following somehow, but it'd be pretty obvious. It's a wide open bridge.
But don't I have Kendra's pass without a trace?
That's
Or
true.
Zay's pass without a
That's
trace.
true. That's true. Okay, so you're kind of closer.
Yeah, I don't actually trust the two of them to accomplish this task we've set
Sure.
them on.
Hey,
I love them
but
dearly.
also fair.
Scoot and Lark, you find illusory ID cards in your pockets,
Oh, I found mine. What?
but it's
How'd
like
that get
AI
in there?
generated text. Like all the words are wrong and like garbled.
I hold mine upside down.
I flash it up really quick and close it.
Yeah, if anyone would look
I've
too
got mine here.
closely, the ears are slightly off. You've
Yeah.
each got some extra fingers.
Yeah.
Need Ludalus multipass.
Roll deception with advantage.
Did you say advantage or
You have
disadvantage?
to beat a 10.
And did you say deception or athletics?
Deception.
Uh,
Easy confusion.
modified 20.
Nice.
7.
That was with advantage?
Oh. 15.
Wonderful.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Justin.
it's dark out, so they can't really see the text, and they look at it and they just like nod. Okay, and they're
Like,
like,
we
"All
don't
right."
have time for this.
Okay, you're right.
Where's
thanks-
yours?
Thanks for looking down. I didn't want to crawl down that
Yeah,
ladder.
where's
so
your
thanks, guys.
identification?
Ah, shit. And then he like looks in his bag and he's like, okay, here it is. He shows it to you.
Okay, all right.
His name is John Wallace.
Thanks, John. All right.
Mr.
So you
Wallace.
haven't seen them that come this way?
No, I haven't.
There were torches on the other side of the bridge.
Right. They're probably going towards the Dolphin Bridge if they're going east.
Oh, that's a good point. Can we relieve you here and you head that way, or do we want to split up?
This is our station.
Okay. Well, we're gonna keep going then towards the castle.
Okay.
All right. Thanks. Keep it up.
How like authoritative is Lark these days? Like appearance wise, are you still like stubbly and like voice cracking, or are
Yeah,
you like a
totally.
bit more like
No, definitely not.
suave? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Nope. He's still 98 pounds exactly.
And they buy it. They're like, okay, this guy knows what's up.
Okay, so I guess
Keep your eyes open.
Scoot and I run forward towards the castle. Like, I'm not sure
Yeah.
we
Yeah, I
can't
guess
not
left
now.
Ilka
No.
and Zay behind. So.
Yeah.
I mean, we go a very short distance around a corner and go, now what?
Yeah, that's exactly what happens, I think.
We
Yeah.
continue crawling our way under the bridge.
Oh, can we? Hey, Scoot. Now that we're here, can we say like they're over here, and then trick them into coming this way, and then knock them out?
Yeah,
You've got an anchor.
we can do that. I have an anchor. Why wouldn't we do that?
Okay.
Woof.
Ethics got real squishy on this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, I don't.
It's okay.
I'm
We're
lacking for options.
This
right
whole thing
now.
is just like one big Star Wars right now. I feel like we're just like shown to the
Essentially,
Star
yeah.
Block. With Ilka
What
was
if-
Chewbacca.
What if you turn all of your clothes back into fancy, and I turn into like a Black Panther, and we just waltz across and tell them we have places to be?
Amazing.
Carry a ladder. Carry a ladder.
And a clipboard, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-sling on my stompy stiletto heels that will make an intimidating ring as
Yeah.
I strut across the cobblestones with my beautiful Black Panther.
You guys are actually okay. You're
From
doing
the
this.
middle. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Here
great.
we go.
Yep.
Roll deception
Look, I'm not a bard for nothing.
with advantage.
I mean, I'm pretty convincing as a Black Panther.
Do you want deception or performance?
I think deception in this case.
16.
Oh, he looks pretty critical. He's looking at his buddy, John is, and he's saying, I didn't see these people on the bridge before. Where did they come from? I don't know, but they look really important. I don't know. And you can kind of hear them like muttering to each other as they watch you. They're not stopping you though. Like, do you stop and engage, or do you just keep walking?
Absolutely not. I look forward. I give them a cursory glance, huff, and
Okay.
keep walking.
They seem intimidated. One of them was like, "Are there like words on her boots on the bottom?" What does that say?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And you just walk right by. They don't stop you.
Yeah,
And
I'm
she have a
leading the way as
panther?
though I'm her pet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Is my intention.
Lark jumps off from behind the corner. John, they're over here. Oh, and then he sees them heading this way. Your ladyship? He bows really quick.
I pull out a minor illusioned business card. It's holographic. I slide it down Lark's face and drop it at his feet and walk on.
I mean, honestly, why be heroes when you can just be aristocrats?
Well, as soon as they're gone, I look up at John again. I'm like, sorry about that. I almost got us in trouble there.
Did you see that panther?
Play it cool, man. I want to mix up with these people.
That panther was messed up.
Yeah.
Kill all of us.
Just
All right.
not imagining us around the corner, not knowing this plan, and we've hatched the idea.
You notice the business card at your feet. It's like beautiful, and then it just vanishes in a puff of holographic mist.
Amazing. I put my foot on it so they don't see that.
Yeah. John and his buddy crack open a little flask and share it as they look around. Like they seem relieved that it seems like the action has migrated south and east, away from this side of the bridge.
Did you guys just leave your post?
No, they're still over there. Like
Oh,
they're
okay.
far away from you now, back at the post.
Let's keep looking, Agent. Let's keep looking,
Tooks.
Agent.
Tooks.
And then I walk quickly away.
Lead on,
Did you hear
dog.
that guy? He said they were agents. Oh my gosh, that's pretty high ranking.
And we have a casual relationship together, too.
Oh, Ilka and Zay, I didn't know that you were coming across. We had hatched this really brilliant plan.
I bet you did.
I was going to bonk him on the head again.
Nice work. Nice work getting across.
Thank you.
So you're all like in an alley right now. Zay is panther-like.
I am ready for the Met Gala. Glittering.
Yeah.
We still kind of look in character, though, if we walk in front of you like we're your official escort at this point.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point,
That
Scoot.
might get us to the castle.
Well, we're at the castle, right?
You're near it. Yeah.
Okay,
you're like a
let-
block
let's
or two
walk
away.
fairly
Yeah.
close.
Let's walk quickly towards the castle.
Sure. And Zay, with your panther senses, you hear
Mhm.
like footsteps and there's guards moving around, exchanging comments about like what the news is about Swode. They were seen at the Moonstone Mask. They killed somebody outside. Spies, clearly.
Outside.
Yep. Just tonight, like it just happened. And they're like putting up posters with your faces on them around the city.
Oh,
They have a
right.
pretty good caricature of you already. Yeah, they're moving really fast. It's
Well, we've
kind of
been
like
in
eerily
the
fast.
kazoo many times.
The
Waterdeep.
wazoo.
The wazoo.
Wazoo.
Yeah.
I was like, that was
The kazoo. It is now.
And you reach the foot of Castle Never. You notice that it's abandoned. There's no lights in the towering edifice. But the lower levels seem to be kind of like a construction site. Like there have been some efforts to renovate the tower and modernize it and make it more accessible again over the last years. It's nighttime right now, so there's nobody out there. But there are some security fences and some safety cones and that kind of thing. A little bit of excavation going on here and there, a bit of remodeling. But there are ways in if you choose to go inside.
I think we're trying to go inside.
Yeah.
Okay. So
What's
yeah,
the
is this like a
plan now?
walk up to the front door thing?
Well, there's excavation that leads into like the crypts and dungeons below the castle. There is like a big front gate with like a promenade that you could walk right up to and try to go inside, but that might attract some attention. It's like raised above the buildings.
Let's go down the excavation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in the earliest parts. And I can cast Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow if we want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Depending on
low,
what we
safe
find.
house.
reach down
Yeah.
and slide the pointy heels off my boots so they're less stabby
Amazing.
and secrete them into my belt.
They're just detachable.
I've decided.
They like fold up.
Modular heels.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like those Heelys
Right. Slide up right behind your heel.
with piercing damage.
Sick. So you head into the castle. Are you looking for something particular or just trying
I
to
think
find
we're
a quiet
trying to.
place?
Yeah, we're trying to hide away.
Okay. Roll perception. See what you find in there.
Everybody.
Oh, I have to take out my panther.
Panther perception.
Yeah.
I'm oblivious. That's a 4.
Mm-hmm.
15.
It's real dusty. It's bad
Yep.
for your throat.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
21.
Okay. Scoot and Zay, you, between your dark vision and your panther senses, it's easy to find like a quiet place that's around a few corners, dry, quiet, sheltered, well insulated from noise, if you guys want to bunker down. There are tunnels that go further underground, and they seem like they've been relatively well traveled. So if you want to keep exploring the castle, you're welcome to, but this would be a good, like, quiet, safe house.
It's like 2 a.m.
And there's, 2 exits, forward or backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
Good spot. So it seems like we could rest up, recover, plan right here. Think about what we've done.
I like all of that. Do we feel safe?
I stop being a panther since it seems like we found a spot, and I cast Hearth of Moonlight and Shadow, which gives us within a 30-foot radius of me total cover. We all get +5 stealth, +5 perception.
Wow.
If we light a fire, they aren't visible from the outside in, and that's pretty much it.
Dang.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's like perfect. Yeah.
It's a sleepy time buff.
+5
Mhm.
perception too. That's cool.
How long
Yeah.
does that last?
As long as I rest, as long as I stay in the sphere,
Can you sleep during that?
I can.
What the heck?
That's
Mhm.
amazing.
Somebody needs to nerf that spell.
Yeah.
What the
Some
heck?
druid nonsense happening.
Druids are pretty cool.
Go back to being a panther.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it happens during a long or a short rest.
Ooh.
All right.
And the sphere vanishes. Actually, it seems like when I'm done resting, it vanishes, or if I leave the sphere for
Okay.
any reason.
Okay.
So it's 30 feet from where we set up. That's our camp area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then once you take off, it takes off.
So we find a spot. We've got the spot.
Yeah, you're in like a sort of like an armory room. It's kind of like a side room from the main halls extending into these dungeons.
Yeah.
It's empty now. There are some like boxes and old refuse, but maybe a couple rusty halberds and things. But
All right.
Great. All right. Do we actually need a rest? I don't think. Did it?
I could use a rest.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've used it quite a bit.
We pulled a lot of stunts.
Heisty stuff.
So this is a construction area still? Or
yeah,
are we
like
done?
this room is kind of a side room that's just
Yeah.
kind of been left, but there's a lot of like polishing, restoring going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to throw something down on the ground the way back and the way forward. That would make noise if somebody walked on it. So gravel, some, I don't know, iron bits, something that's natural, or like nails or something that's
Sure.
naturally around here that wouldn't arouse suspicion, just seem like sloppy work.
You could like smash some of the halberds and throw the metal pieces in the hallway.
I don't want to do anything that would draw attention. Like if somebody's just walking by, I guess that's fine. But if someone, I also want to be able to hear it. I kind of want like
I guess
low,
you can maybe find like a bucket of nails if there's construction going on.
yeah,
you
like
could
a
pour
low rent
those out.
alarm system is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, like crappy caltrops.
Yeah, I'm not causing damage, just alerting.
Done.
And then resting time.
Nice. You all get cozy as the shadows slowly move towards daytime.
Is there light in here? Is there natural light?
No, but like just the last vestiges of light from wherever you
Gotcha.
came in from pouring in. There's no sounds of like movement. Like people aren't actively working here right now, so you feel pretty private.
Nice. What is the plan?
Are we sleeping or? Oh,
I don't know. I'm assuming we're conversing before or after long rest.
Yeah.
You could say it's morning. You hear birds chirping, echoing down the tunnels.
okay.
I hear tweets.
So we had a long rest and everybody woke up.
Shiny new spell slot.
Okay, what's the plan? That's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, we worked really hard to rescue this guy from prison. Got a little information from him and then threw him in the river.
Yeah, but that guy was a jerk.
That's true.
Yeah.
He was gonna turn us over to Rowan as soon as he got home.
In his defense, he was thrown into a rock, and the rock threw him into the river.
Well, true. Really, your hands are clean in this.
Yeah. If he drowned, that wasn't me. That was on the rock.
And so he did give us a clue that they think that the final or one of the final clones of Manchun is here in Neverwinter,
Yeah.
as well as Nancy in Waterdeep, or do we think it is Nancy? We don't know.
We
We
don't
have
know.
no. Yeah.
And they're just dropping aboleths and wizards into the chasm. Is that
Yeah.
what's happening?
As well as the
Seems that
wizard.
way.
Well, they're bringing wizards along with the aboleth stones each time, right? Is that what was said?
Right, a wizard carrying a stone.
Are they sacrificing each wizard by
Maybe-
throwing them in?
They're creating new.
Well, I think the
clones every
wizard
time.
carries the stone down. Was
Oh,
what he was. What
and
he
then
was
takes
saying.
off.
Well, he didn't say. Maybe the wizard stays down there. I don't know. I don't think we have that information.
Okay.
But yeah, and there would be one coming in another day at the south gate.
I'm just picturing a pile of aboleth stones at the bottom of a hole, and I just want a bucket of water so bad.
I don't think we want to reopen the rift for Neverwinter. Yeah, I don't. That
That
would
would-
be bad.
That would turn the tide of the war real fast.
All the soldiers would have to come back. The Waterdeep. Actually, maybe it would, because the Waterdeep soldiers wouldn't want the Aboleths taking over, I would assume, either.
I'm not sure that we want to encourage loosing a bunch of aboleths on the world. That seems That seems bad.
This
Not even if it unites. No, I'm just kidding.
There's a spell. This is a safe place to explore ideas. I'm just saying that's an option too.
Okay, I won't. Yeah, but this is the brainstorming phase. It's not the time to decide
This is
whether
not the
ideas are
judgment phase.
good or bad.
Judgment phase comes later. So yeah, we were supposed to. Oh God, are we going to run into that guy at the southern gate?
Who's the guy that
16-string Jack, the guy that the rock tried to kill?
I don't know. Maybe.
And do we trust him?
No.
Definitely not.
So is any of his information good?
Right.
Yeah, I think that's good information because he also wants to stop the whatever's going on.
Do we have a clear idea of what that is?
I don't think. Well, he wants to stop the masks from being able to operate carte blanche.
Okay.
Even though he thinks that a clone of Manchun is helping the masks maintain power.
Yeah, but he thinks that Rowan is not. So Rowan's story that he told us and we believed is that they were trying to hunt down clones of Manchun. So that would make sense if 16-string Jack believed him, not knowing that he was actually working for Manchun, who is hunting down the other clones of Manchun. So all of those things make it seem likely that he was telling the truth about there being a clone of Manchun involved in Neverwinter's, government in some way.
If there was an X-ray that you could see of Scoot's brain while you were talking just now, it would be of just like people dancing in a field or something. Just like birds circling.
No, like the 2002
Midsummer.
webpage of the hamster dance on repeat.
Cat playing with a ball of yarn.
Scoot, you're drifting and drifting. It's a really wonderful place.
Like,
There are dolphins
yeah.
and
Hamsters.
And
It's
I try to
warm.
snap. Like my
and then you
attention.
hear a crunch of something stepping on nails from the hallway down below the castle.
I snap. Just straight up.
You all see Scoot snap.
Just like, just rigid, on point.
Yeah.
What's going on?
You hear like a little Metal Gear sound effect.
Right. There's something made noise. Something crunched on some of those nails I dropped. Somebody's down here.
I drop my rapier.
Well, I would stop and very intently listen at this point to see if I could figure out which direction it came from and which direction traveling.
Sure.
Because I am a master of ripples.
Sure.
11.
11. You just know that it sounded like a normal-sized person stepped on your nails.
Okay.
From the direction that you didn't come from, the direction going further in.
Okay. I pass that very limited information along. Yes. Rocks make ripples in water. And that's it.
Normal sized person.
It's really sad.
I uncoil my whip.
We're all kind of rocks making ripples in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, DM.
You hear like the uncrunch of a foot softly lifting from the nails.
Oh.
So they realized.
Yeah. My plan backfired on me.
I think are we all like just really quietly listening?
Yeah.
Like
everyone
hyper
just like
alert.
froze.
Is everyone ready? Like, has a weapon poised?
I do.
Same with
Is
me.
Zay aware of this going on?
Mm-hmm.
All right, show yourself.
A halfling peeks around the corner wearing like a knight's regalia. Yeah, she's peeking around the corner and she says, oh, you're the ones they're looking for. Hello.
Zay steps forward.
And she holds her hands
Hello.
up like as if to be like harmless. She says, it's all right. My name is Lila. Hello. Zay, right?
Yes, hello, Lila.
Are you friends of the young Lord Neverwinter?
Yes, we are.
Sure are.
So I've heard.
I haven't seen him in a few years, but we were on quite good terms last we did.
She says, if you'd like to see him, come with me.
Isn't there's a we never ever do this. I'd like to roll insight.
Mm-hmm.
We've done it like 4 times in 4 years.
16.
She's actually wearing a helmet, and it mostly obscures her face, so it's hard to get a good read on her. But she seems very genuine in her tone.
I believe her, guys.
DM, I would like to know my own confidence. How sure was I that was a normal-sized footstep?
Fairly sure.
Fairly confident.
Yeah.
So
Normal.
not a halfling footstep, you're saying?
Well, maybe like
she
a
might be
halfling
kind
wearing
of
like
heavy
plate armor.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
the sound does line up with the figure that appeared.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Metal on metal.
Then Scoot settles down a little.
Mhm.
Yes. And, yep, no hands on weapons, anything like
She
that.
says, don't worry, you're safe.
Oh, every time somebody says that to us, though.
Now I'm
We've
worried
heard
again.
that.
Now
a
I'm,
few
yeah,
times.
now I'm triggered.
Wow, you guys have really been through it, huh?
Yeah, it's not been great.
Well, don't worry, really. I mean it. You can come with me. We have a base down here.
Who's we?
The Resistance, yes.
Oh, awesome. Okay,
Scoot says, all right, I'm into it. Let's go.
I follow.
And she leads you further down the bowels of the castle, following some like small markings on the walls, winding through these tunnels. Unlit, she just finds her way. Until eventually you do see lights up ahead and kind of this larger sort of like natural earthen room where like a small creek is flowing under the castle below the dungeons themselves. And in here you see all these different people with stations set up. It seems like there's kind of like an active little like war room almost. There's different like artisans working on different things, and you notice Renaer Neverember looking over some books and maps, and he hails you and says, "My friends, it's so good to see you." And he comes over and gives each of you a hug if you let him. He's just coming in. His
Renaer.
long red hair is flowing.
Group hug.
Yeah, brings it in tight.
Renaer, just so you know, we've been going by code names, and yours is Renaer.
He says that's not a very good code name. Say,
It was Elka's idea.
We wrote our names out backwards, and
I see.
this guy's Tukes.
Yeah.
I am Dukes.
Well, so we're all pretty new to the intrigue game then, huh?
Yeah, very new, sir.
We thought we were doing great,
Skullduggery.
but apparently we weren't.
Well, you guys just got here and already everyone's looking for you.
I know.
outside.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Renaer, look at this, and I fluff up the sequins, and I can like,
Wow, that is incredible. Where'd
Isn't
you
it?
get that?
on a boat.
That's,
From Zardos.
Zardos.
makes
That's it.
sense. Oh, Zarda. Yeah, he's been parked out there for a while, huh? So you're working with him?
It was the only safe option.
I mean, he did send us to Felrecht, who then got us accused of murder. Speaking of, can you tell us more about what happened outside of the Moonstone Mask?
Yeah.
What are we being accused of?
Why did they think we killed someone?
Well, it sounds like someone matching your profile, Lark, stabbed a tabaxi in cold blood outside the Moonstone Mask.
No, Slim Shady?
Yeah, he was a sort of buff, tawny tabaxi. His name was Shimmer.
Oh.
No.
Shimmer Brackenwell. You knew him?
Yeah.
Well, we met him once.
I know he was like a smuggler, yeah.
Oh, man. That's a bummer.
So
Someone-
someone took Lark's face in the time we were there.
And wearing
the-
a red hat?
Yeah, it was a fellow wearing a red hat who disappeared quickly into mist.
That's not us.
Man.
So why would they do that? What's happening here?
Well, it got the city hunting for us immediately.
Did you have a connection to this Shimmer guy?
We knew him through Felrecht, but we had just met that evening.
At the Moonstone Mask.
Yeah.
I see. Well, he must have had some lookers on. Someone didn't want
Oh, no.
you guys sharing information or something. It's too bad.
He did give us some information.
He's the one who cued us into going to rescuing the prisoner.
Yep.
He didn't tell us to do that, but he's the one who gave us the info that made us think we should do that.
Yeah. But
Was he a pawn? I mean, was this whole thing? I mean, we were just supposed to bust that guy out and let him go. What? I mean,
I don't know.
were
That's
we
a good-
working for him or for somebody that he was working for?
That's a good
How
question.
deep does this plan go? Sorry.
Was Felrecht?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't recognize him. You guys seemed convinced.
No, he was Tickle Lurf Left.
Renaer
Just
says
kidding.
nobody's seen this Felrecht guy since last night,
Oh, man.
Oh.
so he must have disappeared somewhere.
Or he got killed too.
Or he changed
Jeez.
into Lark and then killed the tabaxi.
Oh, he did have a ring of disguise.
Like
Well-
Zardos does.
I mean, yeah. Wait, is Felrecht? I'm trying to remember way back to season
so
one.
murky.
Isn't Felrecht? He's actually a shapeshifter, right? He's a doppelganger.
I believe Felrecht is a drow.
Oh, that's right. He's a drow.
He's a child.
Yep.
But he had a ring of disguise. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So this did two things. It made it harder for us to work,
Yeah.
and it made it easier for other people to work.
Okay, Renaer, we're not doing great. Do you have any ideas about what's going on?
He says, I mean, there's all kinds of things going on, but in connection to Shimmer,
Yeah, in connection to us.
to you, he says, what I know is that Shimmer would often run to and from the war front. So maybe something in connection to the masks and the mercenaries down south. Maybe he saw too much or something.
But why frame us?
Someone doesn't like you, I guess. Someone wants you out of Neverwinter. My bet is the masks.
So
You guys are kind of a loose element after all.
we've
Yeah.
heard rumors that there's people throwing things into the crevasse. That's not what it's called.
The rift.
The rift.
The chasm?
Yeah, oh yeah, the chasm.
And
Really aren't from here, man.
No, we're not. I'm gonna write it on the map. And some people are saying the rumor is that you're the one throwing things into the chasm, but we've also heard that it is wizards wearing masks throwing mysterious objects into the chasm.
He furrows his brow when you say that, and he says, I've heard these rumors too. I have a contact that maybe you should meet up topside. As a gnome named Fumbles.
Oh, that's a great name.
I think so too.
I already love Fumbles.
His real name is Fumblewick, but Fumbles is his name among the city guard. You see, he's a city guard. Watch what you say around him. I think he's got his hands in a couple different pots, but he's been a good help to the resistance.
Okie dokie.
But how can we get around up top? Everybody's looking for us.
He says, well, you've come to the right place. I actually have a lot of connections. I've been working with the guilds, you see. For example, the carpenters are the ones that have been giving us a place to hide down here below the city below the castle while they renovate it. But we can get you around the city if you want to, disguise yourself as a member of any of the guilds or hide under a tarp in a cart. I mean, whatever your flavor is.
Do you want to share with us any of the other guilds that are on the side of the resistance?
He points at his desk and says, I got ledgers here, but it's kind of there's a lot of shades of grays, eh?
Sure.
It almost varies individual by individual. So, yeah, my father hasn't been too popular among the businessmen of the city. He's been putting more money into the hands of the people and the nobles for whatever reason. I'm not sure.
Why do you think we should talk to Fumbles?
Well, Fumbles mentioned that he had been seeing caravans moving into the chasm on a monthly basis.
Got it.
In fact, he actually accompanied them at one point. So he could maybe give you some details.
Do you know, as far as you know, do they move in from the southern gate?
Mm-hmm. The southeast gate.
Southeast gate.
Yep.
Oh.
How long do the mass usually search for people? How long? I mean, I'm just wondering what's their attention span, since mine is terrible. They got posters up, but how quickly does the next catastrophe come up that they have to draw all their attention to?
Yeah, I think that would depend on how high profile they are. Like, I moved back here 3 years ago, and they're still looking for me.
Oh, okay.
We are pretty tightly connected based on our history in Waterdeep, Scoot. So
yeah,
you might be in the mud, so to speak.
I don't want to go stealth the whole time.
You just need a good alias or a disguise, my friend.
So, did y'all put out the rumor that there's ghosts in the castle, or are there actually ghosts in the castle?
Oh, we feed that rumor, but there are definitely ghosts upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, we're below the ghosts?
Yeah. Yep.
For some reason, that seems sketchy.
Yeah, I won't say you're totally safe here. But I mean, we're well armed and defended, so,
Do you have any rings of disguise?
He says, not 4 of them. I have 1. But we kind of use it for our dealings, so if you need it, we need it back.
But you think that we could be costumed as people in some sort of tradesman or something that it would pass, and that would maybe be a way to get around without being noticed?
I think so. You'd have to hide your hat, though, Lark.
Yeah, well, I'm still just carrying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I create some sort of... Could I wear stilts and just be a very slender human? Not really. I'm tiny.
I would love to see it, he says.
I'm gonna.
My head is child. Oh, I could go. Maybe I could try to be a human child. Disguise myself as a human child.
Does that work? Because I'm trying to think about halflings. They're clearly adult features, right?
I know. Yeah.
Yes.
But if we get oversized hats and
So
clothes,
you can't see your face.
yeah, make the scale all different.
Could you could dress as a Jawa?
If you want someone to come here, you say Utini.
Utini.
And you are a shapeshifter too. I mean, you can just.
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm gonna feel so far. I haven't really explored the hat that I got from Jarlaxle, other than we found some money in there. I'm gonna feel into the other section, the inside of the hat, and pull out in the compartment where he hid the 4 rings of disguise. I'm gonna take those out.
You pull on a thread, and the hat collapses on itself in of its own volition, folds into a small rectangular slip that you could stow into a pocket or something.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
as if the wire that reinforces the hat has some kind of memory to it, like the heat memory of wire things.
Like braces.
And so when you pull on it a certain way, the tension just snaps it all into this card shape.
This is even better than 4 rings of disguise. I put my collapsed opera hat into my pouches. I don't have pouches anymore. I'll just put it into my pocket.
Does it have feathers too?
Yeah, there's a feather on it.
Unclear how the feathers fold up.
Somehow magically.
Little magic, yep.
Are there Are there wizened magic folk in this area, this big area that we're in right now, like practicing wizards?
There's some wizened-ish individuals.
With my 8 hours of long rest
Mm-hmm.
and the assistance of some of these people around, would I be able to tell if the cloak, the Displacer Beast cloak, has any properties that would be of use to me? Or is it just a really kick-ass cloak?
Yeah, so you discerned, Scoot, that the cloak is made of Displacer Beast fur, and therefore it gives you the avoidance trait, is what a wizard calls it. Meaning that if you were to, mechanically quantify the things that you do in combat, as if it was some game or something, you would be able to take half damage on a failed saving throw or take no damage on a successful one.
Wow.
Yeah, as long as you're wearing that cloak.
Okay.
Just infinite uses.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Dang.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't help us in our situation at all, but I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like fireballs are less of a threat.
That's something that comes up in my life on a regular basis.
Yeah.
What about shatter? Hey, Ilka, shatter me. I want to try something.
No.
Bam! Can I shatter him?
Yeah, make a Constitution saving throw.
No,
Scoot.
what's happening?
17.
Damn.
Do I roll it for damage?
What's your spell save DC? It's less than 17, I think. 16 probably.
Oh, 14.
14. Fucking shatter proof.
Oh, nice.
But the hairs do seem to kind of like a couple of them kind of like look brittle and shaved off. Takes a little bit of surface damage.
That was worth the spell
Aw.
slot.
Right?
Yeah, I come over and kind of check him out. I don't feel a whole lot bad, but I see the cloak is damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kinda smooth it
that
out.
bums me out.
Yeah.
If I don't use
And, like,
avoidance, does the cloak stay okay?
Yeah,
Also,
he had
all the
taken the
grounder.
damage.
What's the AOE on that again? Where are you standing, Scoot?
It was a light one. It was like
He
one
ran
spell.
far
one
from anyone.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was in the corner.
Yeah, it's
Everyone in the cave turns and looks as rock crumbles around Scoot,
so
and a resounding boom echoes.
it's a 10-foot radius sphere, but I'd like to believe that I do have enough control to maybe shrink that down a little when I'm attacking my friend.
Yeah, I mean, if you like spaced it away from the walls and like above the ground.
In the same way, if Scott ever said, Beth hit me in the face, I wouldn't throw a 100% punch.
Sure, and it is kind of your signature spell, so like it makes sense that you'd have some tight control over where it lands.
Oh, I like that we have that on the record.
Yeah, it's still a loud boom though, and the wizards are like, "God, be quiet!"
Sorry,
Like now we're gonna have to like justify that with our construction people upstairs.
sorry, my bad.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I was very overeager.
I mean, it's a pretty cool coat.
I know.
You really owe whoever gave it to you.
Oh,
Starting to feel like I should have asked for more.
You had a really good knapsack.
I did have a
Not too
really
asked
good
for it, yeah.
nap. Yeah.
Probably the best one you've had in a long time.
I have +1 heart.
Plus
bit
one
more
determination. Yeah.
Okay, sorry guys. That was selfish
And irresponsible.
and irresponsible, and I've learned a lot. Now let's talk about how we're going to use this cloak on Fumblewick.
Well, we need to disguise ourselves.
Okay.
And I think Renair's suggestion of dressing up like craftsmen or guilds people is a good one. What do you guys think?
I mean, my plan was look like a noble person who has a tiny child of a halfling.
And
But
who are Scoot
nobles
and
are
I?
gonna you are our bodyguards.
We have some ballet uniforms, Renair says.
Okay.
Was that with a B or a V?
Ballet.
Well, we also have a variety of masks. They're in style right now.
Yeah,
So
it's the Sugar Plum Fairies Cavalier from Act 2.
Oh.
That is my favorite.
we have some ballet uniforms and ballet masks. So take your pick.
One of each, I guess.
I guess I'm taking the ballet mask, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
If I can pass as a noble woman with her beloved, bespoiled child.
But, I mean, does Zay need to cover her face then?
Yeah, I can wear a mask.
Okay.
I'm very protective and secretive about
All
my
right.
child.
What? Any special instructions for us as your bodyguards?
Don't let us get killed.
I can do that.
I mean,
I've only failed once, and that was with Lark, so we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because you
All
did
right.
say masks are more in fashion now because of this, right?
Yeah, it's just been a thing for a few years
Yeah.
in Neverwinter.
Or two of us could pass as a couple, and then the third could be a driver or a bodyguard.
a driver,
Oh,
like a.
Valet.
Like Cinderella's coach,
Yeah.
like the mouse that turns into a
but
cart
like
driver.
we have something like we have a coach, or what? What do you mean?
Renair says we could make arrangements for one. If
Oh,
you think that's important. He's
It
kind of
depends.
wincing.
How long do we need these disguises? Like, is this a witness protection thing? We need to completely reinvent.
No, we
an
just need to get
identity?
to fumble. We just need to get to fumble.
And then possibly outside the gates.
We
But
also
can
have to
think about that next.
We have to have a reason to be going to fumble while dressed like this.
Where is fumble right now, Rainier?
He's in the Slinky Serpent Tavern to the southeast of the House of 1,000 Faces.
Yeah, a noblewoman and her kid don't really go to a tavern.
No.
What would you recommend?
Zay, what if you became a long ermine and lay around my neck like a stole?
He says the nobles have been known to attend these taverns from time to time if you were deigning to meet with a commoner. But it might draw some attention. Otherwise, you could just dress up as like fantasy teamsters or something. I mean, it's up to you.
Craftspeople.
Yeah.
I would like to be a cartographer.
A cartographer.
Trying to create an updated map of Neverwinter. Not any of the other names that went through my head first.
Jolly good. We have tools for that.
I'm trying to think of something where I can still be wearing this cloak. It's a giant furry cloak, but I'm also carrying an anchor on a pipe.
Yeah.
It's very clashing.
Rainier mentions the wanted ads do also mention that Ilka is incandescent and Scoot is wearing a large black furry coat. So,
Want to trade?
Yeah. They'll never be able to tell.
fair enough.
Do the want ads say anything about my mustache?
No.
Oh.
All right, the cloak's coming
In
off.
fact, they didn't even include it in the pictures.
That's 'cause they go with
no.
them. Aw.
I slide him a tube of mascara.
Yeah.
Brush it up till it looks fluffier.
I would ask, is there anybody around here who can magically or not take the anchor part and just like encase it in like a rock, a metal, something so it looks like a giant hammer instead of an anchor? Just in like it'll break on the first swing, but enough where I can walk around looking like I'm a construction worker instead of a sailor.
We could do some rune work.
Yeah, that's
minor illusion.
Yeah, I'm not trying to use it as like that, but just
Could I
just to get
mold
me
earth
through.
around it?
If you want to help, yeah, you want to like actually make it solid around it. The earth would fall away though, unless you have a way to make it permanent.
Like cement overshoes on your anchor.
Yeah.
I guess it would only last an hour.
I
Never mind.
just want something so that it doesn't look like the anchor. Everything
Sure.
else can look fine, and then I will stow the cloak wherever I can, bags, whatnot, however I can shove that away.
Are we coming back to here as a home base?
We don't have a great history of that.
As Rainier says, you just have to be subtle about it, please.
Which is coming in through the construction entrances the way to go?
At night, if no one's watching.
Okay.
We're not
Or
good at subtle
dressed
either.
as construction
I
folk.
think Zay should go animal as much as possible because we are a group of 4. That is what they're looking for.
Yeah.
And so a traveling group of 4 new strangers, even if we look like different from ourselves, what would stand out?
And he does have a ring of disguise that he said we could borrow. And so then one of
That's
us
true.
could... Oh, you can't change your size. Never mind.
Well, you could be taller, but not necessarily smaller. But then the illusion, like if anyone tried to touch you, they would know.
I think you have to stay within the variance of that, like so average,
Yeah.
small, tiny.
All right.
I'm fine with going just like wearing the construction wear, putting away the cloak, and making that one augmentation to the hammer. And then I feel confident going as any sort of general laborer, I think.
Yeah, Lark has agreed with every single idea that's been presented so far. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Oh no, that's a great idea. Let's do it.
Yep.
Yeah, you can seem 1 foot shorter or taller. It says.
Okay.
Great. So I, with whatever exotic pet Zay has chosen to be, will be in the tavern, and I am meeting with 2 construction workers for a consultation about the koi pond I'm adding to my backyard.
So we should go in. So Scoot and I should go in first, and then you'll come in and meet us there.
The opposite.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we'll be
see.
in first.
got it. Okay.
Sit down. Then you 2 come in.
I love it.
Yep.
Okay,
So
Works for me.
let's play this out. Rainier also says, so how do you want me to introduce Fumbles to you? That's a good way to go about this. Are you going to flag him down or tonight, I assume? This is water and
at this tavern?
Slinky Serpent.
if
Yeah.
he's there right now, yeah, we should
Yeah,
go right
may as
now.
well. We're never going to be. Well,
Mhm.
we're only down 1 spell slot.
All right, let's go. And,
Tell him to ask us about the koi pond.
Nailed it.
Got it. I'll send word.
Mhm.
Good luck, he says. I'm not coming with you, so I got to keep a low profile.
Which way to get the Slinky Serpent?
Oh, he gives you directions.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Couple
All right.
lefts and a right.
We'll see you there, you 2.
Great.
And then should we wait like 5 minutes and then follow?
10.
10. Got it.
That works.
Sure. And there's the sound of construction up above, and there's different ways to like blend in with the crowd as you go.
So we space our
Rainier talks you through
trips.
Yeah. You do get the sense that the guard is on high alert as you're moving through the city. Do any of you do anything conspicuous as you go, or are you really trying to just make your way to the bar in as casual a way as possible?
Guess the most conspicuous thing would be me looking at my hand to see the directions
Sure.
for the bar, but I think I could probably do that. Like,
I mean, it's not that
Just-
unusual
yeah.
either to have stuff written on your hand.
Yeah.
You know,
especially as a construction worker.
you got tattoos already anyway.
Yep, I have done minor illusion over my entire outfit to basically do matte wherever it would be shiny,
Nice.
so it still looks elegant, but not quite as Lady Gaga.
Wonderful. So you're no longer incandescent. You're kind of just like slightly shimmery.
I'm going to turn into a poisonous snake.
Ooh.
Nice.
What color?
Kind of a like a dull, not a dull, like a dull silver.
Ooh.
Yeah. Like burnished steel.
Yes, I will wear Zay around
Legends
my
of the Hidden Temple.
shoulders.
You're a venomous snake?
Yes, but
So
not
it's stripes of yellow.
nothing.
Avoid that
Never
fellow.
fellow.
I
Yeah.
forget how it goes.
Silver scales.
Sleep
tell
with
no
the
tales.
whales.
Yeah.
I'm delighted by this snake, and I pet her little head.
And then when possible, I might try to be like indiscreet.
Oh. Oh my.
I'm just waving my little poisonous tail at people.
Rattling.
The opposite of that.
Great. So then I would
Just
put. I'm picturing some kind of a shrug that
That I can-
masks.
So kind
Yeah.
of nonplussed.
'Cause I
Sort
wouldn't
of,
want
is
the
it?
snake.
Yeah, that's what we're
Exactly.
saying.
Very
My poor
nonplussed.
snake would overheat in the sun if I just walked brazenly through the
Yeah.
street.
Of course.
Snake's already being pretty brazen anyway.
I think you mean unbrazen,
Non-blazing.
non-blazon,
Brazen.
in-brazened.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anyone asks, I'm a mourning widow.
Oof.
Young mourning
A
widow.
lot of people ask. As
Yes.
All
That woman with a
strange
snake.
circumstances, everyone.
Yep.
Could you be a mourning widow? Go ask her. And people come up to you and,
Yes.
excuse me.
Are you
Oh,
in
no.
mourning? Why haven't I ever heard of you?
I try to weep if I can.
Goodness.
I drop details about my strange, newly departed husband.
roll persuasion or deception. Depends how sincere you feel about it.
Not very.
Okay.
Ooh.
9.
You start to pick up a couple of tabloid journalists by the time you make it.
Oh, dear.
They're like lurking outside as you
Yep.
go in.
I try to be coy.
So this tavern is built into an old gatehouse, and it's actually quite nice inside. It's very well maintained. It's one of the fresher taverns, not really a bawdy place. It's kind of highbrow. The drinks are expensive, and they serve cocktails.
And tradespeople hang out here?
Occasionally, like the wealthy ones, the
Okay.
managers. Yeah. And there are also some city guard who are off duty, including, you notice, a gnome that matches Fumbles' profile. He's got his helmet off, and he's got a very short cropped hairdo and a large bushy mustache, like really ornate and well maintained. It's very prominent on his face. So how are you arranging this? You head in and
I'm going to sit at a table adjacent to him
Mhm.
and order a cucumber water with vodka.
That's
And then I'm going to stare at him.
what was the cue again? I already forgot.
Koi pond.
Koi pond.
Koi pond, cucumber water with. Okay, I'm confused. He stares back, uneasy. Looks at the journalists outside, looks at you, and then kind of like adjusts himself and then looks the other way.
I have to ask,
Talking to his buddies.
are you putting on the presents like you're looking for your next husband?
No. I'm blowing my late husband's inheritance money
Oh,
on
okay.
house renovations,
Okay.
including a
Right.
koi pond.
Right.
Okay.
So a few minutes later, Lark and Scoot arrive.
Yeah.
10 minutes later.
On the dot.
Okay, and you're all at the table. You have
Yep.
to wade through a couple of paparazzi as you head in.
Yeah. So that's weird.
I have had 2 lavender vodkas at this point.
They're really good.
as well.
Cucumber lavender.
Cucumber
Cucumber
lavender.
lavender vodka, yeah.
Got it.
Look, I knows
I
lots.
I look for a menu, try to figure out whether these prices are out of my range.
I'm
Why do we keep coming to this
super
place?
jealous. I'm just like my little like snake tongue is like smelling the air.
I would
like,
definitely-
Smelling
about-
everything.
yeah.
I would definitely be holding the little glass up to your little snake face.
I'm like, oh man, I bet there's tapas.
Which would be perfect for a snake.
The snake says tapas.
So I kind of nudged to Lark, trying to play up the I'm too broke for this thing. It's like, I hate meeting people in these ritzy places.
Yeah, this place is too fancy for us, fellow tradesperson.
When you do the trade that we do, trading,
Man.
Good. I beckon them over and I start to sketch out a koi pond on my napkin.
We can definitely construct your pond, ma'am.
At the mention of a pond, Fumbles turns and raises his eyebrows and looks at the three of you.
You need a pond for your koi, I see.
4 or 5 fish, if possible.
Are they all koi?
Well, most will be koi, but I would like a large carp as the centerpiece.
Lark looks side eye at at Fumbles to see
And
if
at
he
this,
heard.
Fumbles slides into a seat next to the rest of you and says, Miss, are you looking for security? There are paparazzi outside. I think you were followed in.
How unfortunate. I was hoping to avoid that.
Well, as a City Watch member, it's my duty to help you get back home safely if that's a concern.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Can I help you with anything else while I'm here?
What do we see around us? Are people listening? People observing?
No, it's a busy night. Most tables are occupied by 1 or 2 people at least. You could roll perception to see if you're being watched.
Night?
Evening, like sunset, twilight.
Okay.
7?
Yeah, 7. You can tell that the other City Watch that he was sitting with before are watching you to some extent. Doesn't seem if they're like able to hear every word you're saying or really clued in, but they're definitely paying attention to see what Fumbles is up to. He strokes his mustache and regards the 4 of you. He's actually staring at Lark's mustache kind of intently.
Did he end up using the mascara?
Critically. Did you use
No, no.
Okay.
No, Lark believes that he has a very full and bushy mustache. No
Okay.
mascara needed.
Might have been insulted by the offer.
Yeah.
He says, sir, don't take this the wrong way, but we have tonics if you're hoping to improve your
What do you mean, my mustache?
your
Are you admiring my mustache?
If you want to, if you're interested in going to the next mustache level,
Oh, wow, that is actually tempting.
we gnomes have potent curatives that will help your facial hair
Go to the next
flourish.
level?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's
Fringe.
really fantastic to know. I mean, I got to this already very advanced level just without any tonics at all. This was just my own sort of natural ability to grow this mustache on my own.
Wow, he
Yeah.
says. Wow.
So I don't know. I mean, you clearly don't need any pointers, but if you know somebody, I'd be happy to give them a few pointers on mustache growth.
He's narrowing his eyes and trying to figure out if this is like thieves can't like side speak for something, but he seems very baffled.
Do I pick up that he understands Steve's can't?
What do you try to say to him?
I will drop into the conversation that in Thieves Can't to ask if it is safe to talk here.
And he says, he responds, yes, while talking about the weather and how horrible the paparazzi are.
Interesting. Okay, then I'm going to ask about what do we specifically want to know about the
The caravans,
Yeah.
the southeast gate.
I'm going to ask what he knows about the stones being brought to the chasm.
And he responds in Thieves Can't with shock that you want to know about the stones and that you're aware of them. And he says that he thinks they need to get down into the chasm for the city to be safe.
He believes that?
That's what he's overheard, he says.
Oh, so the people bringing them down believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The masks.
Do I understand any of this?
Do you know Thieves Can't?
You could roll intelligence.
Yeah, can I?
Yeah, now you're talking about like cargo in the harbor.
I'll say, do we need to talk about this in Thieves Can't, or can we include everyone else here at the table
He says, well, we can talk.
safely?
He seems unsure about that. He says, just be careful. You got to be careful in this city these days. There are murderers around. And he eyes the three of you knowingly.
We've heard.
Yeah.
Okay. I will, in a low voice, catch everybody up to speed.
I'm going to continue speaking about my koi pond, and that the last one I had built used a very specific egg-shaped stone, and it went very poorly. So I'm in agreement that we should do everything possible to avoid putting these egg-shaped stones in the koi pond.
He says, well, that wasn't my impression. I thought that egg-shaped stones made very good koi pond liners, and without them, the koi pond might, I don't know, become unsealed or something. He says they're already a couple of days late, and people have been seeing blue fires erupting around the koi pond in the koi pond district.
Like my friend and I here, this is going to be our first koi pond that we need to build.
I'm used to digging latrines.
Me too, sir.
This is kind of a step up. At least I thought it was.
Respect.
So if we wanted to, based on your advice, where would you recommend that we go to get access maybe to some more...
To egg-shaped stones?
Yeah, or to the koi pond itself, potentially?
Well...
Or the stones?
There's a lift that the City Watch uses to get down on the southwestern end of the koi pond, but it's well guarded. Or if you were somehow able to acquire one of those stones and disguise yourselves, you can maybe just walk right down. Seems risky, though. I don't actually know what goes on in the koi pond. I hear that koi can be carnivorous.
Extremely. How many stones would you guess are down there?
He says these deliveries have been happening for 30 years.
Oh, ever since it happened.
Mm-hmm.
1 a month for 30 years?
Every full moon.
So 13 a year. For 30 years.
He says, checks out.
So he's thinking about all the aboleths that they saw in the other realm and how they seem to be concerned.
He says, you lot weren't what I expected, if you don't mind my saying.
What did you expect?
I don't know. Someone more ruthless, more sinister, but you seem to care about this city for a bunch of water Davians, he says quietly.
I'm not from Waterdeep, she hisses.
Myself and my beloved reptile companion are not natively from Waterdeep.
Just shaking your head, say.
Yeah, and we are, but we think of ourselves more as Sword Coastians.
I can respect that, he says.
And I think no matter where we're from, I think most are in agreement that what is in the koi pond means ill for most living creatures.
Should stay in the koi pond.
Mm-hmm.
He says, well, it's my understanding that those egg-shaped stones need to make it down there. Whether the masks are delivering it or whether someone else is, I don't know.
Interesting.
Could be worth a shot.
Has it always been the masks? Or I'm not there. I mean, I am. But...
If you want to try and communicate somehow, I mean, or even like warp back, I don't know.
Have there ever been disruptions to the koi pond or the stone delivery to the koi pond?
He says, I don't know. I've only been going with them the last few deliveries.
Okay.
Well, I think my friend and I here have what we need to get your koi pond started, ma'am. Is there any place that you would like us to meet to get the work started? Do you need you seem to be thinking a lot about your response, so I'll keep talking. Do we need a bodyguard here? This gentleman from the watch said he would help, but I'm not sure it's necessary.
We at that moment were delivered a beautiful slab of was it cheese curd bread?
Yeah.
From the Neverwinter's best bread.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Ilka, in her grief, was consuming all of it.
Therapy bread.
Yep. You were asking me or asking?
Yeah, I was
Douglas?
asking you. It seems I think we have enough here. Do you
Mhm.
have the information that you needed for us to get started on this work?
Oh yes, absolutely. I have complete confidence in your abilities to dig me a beautiful koi pond to honor my late Frontichek.
Great. Well, then we and I don't know if do you need this gentleman from the guard to assist you, or it seems like we don't need his assistance. He had offered, or he was talking about a bodyguard. I don't know that that's necessary.
Do I feel like he's saying I will be unsafe if I leave on my own?
No, it
We
seemed
might
like he
be
was just kind of
followed.
trying to make small talk.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I do not believe that a grieving widow would be bothered as I make my way home.
Great. Then we'll head out and get the implements necessary for the work.
he says, sure, put in a good word for me and try not to hurt any of my fellow City Watch on your way out.
Of course. So we always we love the watch.
Zosha approved. Work on
Yep. Thank you. Thanks for stopping. It was nice to meet you, sir.
You too. Stranger.
No,
He's
we're
staring at your mustache pointedly.
Scooty, ready to go.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, we leave.
Badly want to get out of here.
Yeah, we're so out of our depth.
Behind you, you hear like, wait a minute, nobody paid their tab.
Did we even get a drink?
Well, she's still there.
You got 3.
Yeah, I'm
oh,
still
you're still
sitting
there.
there. Yeah,
Okay.
I will pay the tab. I'm getting drinks and ate bread and weeping.
I don't know if I don't know if you have any money, but I would have maybe given you money
That's
for my
true.
hat earlier.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, so we just go out, and I don't know where we went. We didn't discuss this ahead of time, so we just walked out and stood around somewhere near the door, chatting.
Well, probably we're heading back towards the castle.
We can't go back in the daytime.
It's
And-
evening, right?
It's twilight.
Oh.
If we're
Twilight.
gonna go follow up on the, we forgot to, couldn't talk, but what
Yeah.
I wanted to ask about was whether he thought we should go to the southeast gate tonight.
Or the southwest end where the lift is.
No, the southeast gate where they think the delivery is supposed to be.
Gotcha.
I could slither away to the bathroom and turn into a halfling. I do that. So I come back out,
Yeah.
drying my hands off on my clothes.
You get some,
It's very hygienic.
looks. Yeah.
And I walk over to the table and I'm like, "Oh, fancy meeting you here again."
My niece,
Yes, Auntie. So I didn't expect to see you out
Serpentia.
so soon
my niece Serpentia. Lovely to see you again.
after my uncle died so
Yes,
suddenly.
dear sweet František.
Wait, is
Jesus.
Bumble still here with you? Did you excuse him? Okay. He says, "Oh, hello there."
Hello, I was
Little one?
wondering. Yes, I was thinking of going for a stroll this evening near the southeast gates, and I was wondering if that's something you would recommend.
He's gonna roll insight. Okay. He looks at you knowingly and says, "Yeah, that's probably a good place to go for a walk if you wanted to meet some people, have an experience,
Gain some knowledge.
gain some knowledge about the world, and eggs, and koi ponds.
All right, I might
Just try to be subtle about it. There's usually a lot of people around this time of night. The koi pond district gets a lot of passersby.
What if we were headed out the southeast gate? Where might we be headed? That besides for a quick stroll in the woods.
He narrows his eyes.
What are the sites near the southeast
What
gate?
are sites near the beyond the southeast gate?
Well, the road transitions into the woods relatively quickly. There's a clear space where the city watch and the masks have, left sentries and watchtowers.
And beyond the woods is Amphale.
A few days' ride beyond the woods.
Sure.
yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course, Serpentia.
You've
Mhm.
been most helpful, Mr. Fumbles. Thank you.
He says, again, please put in a good word.
Certainly.
He gets really wide-eyed and just kind of stares. Seems like he's out of his depth. He says, I don't want any trouble.
What? We never have trouble around us. That never happens. Oh no! Is someone gonna kill this guy?
It will be as though you never met us, and it would probably be better that way.
I did not say that out loud.
So, Lark, you and I are just sort of outside waiting
Yeah.
for them to walk out.
Yeah,
right?
we're like it's taken too long, and now I'm starting to put my hand on the hilt of my rapier. Do we need to charge back in there?
I mean, we've certainly been.
something's gone wrong. I think that they might be dead.
Paparazzi have mostly cleared out at this point. There's one dude smoking by the corner, waiting.
I put down a few coins and stand.
I quickly grab the rest of the cheese curd bread and head out the door.
Nice.
I guess I'm keeping an eye on that one paparazzi who's smoking
Sure.
at this point.
Mm-hmm. He's keeping an eye on you, too.
All right. Well, this got odd.
And you stare at each other across the
How do,
street.
what
Yeah.
do the paparazzi do in Neverwinter? Do they chase people around and then quick draw a sketch of them or something?
Yeah, yeah. They take notes about what they're doing and bring it back to the Neverwinter Nights tabloid or whoever they work for.
Nice.
Information is everything.
I lean back against the wall like I don't care that he's looking at me.
Nice. Demure.
Yeah, just hanging out.
And Ilka and Zay step out.
I begin speaking to my niece in a thick northwestern accent about her dear sweet uncle who has left us.
What does that sound like?
Stary František. That's about all I got. It's Czech.
It's oh,
I'm going to Prague next month, so I started Czech on Duolingo.
wow.
It's a beast of a language. I'm in over my head.
I was gonna be like, so sad your uncle died, eh?
Amazing. That kind of Northwest. From here, yep, that's Bismarck.
Oh, yeah, those Douglas firs are just...
Sorry.
So now you're all staring at each other in the plaza head of the Slinky Serpent.
And I sort of I incline my head back towards the castle Never.
And I incline my head towards the southeast gate.
Oh,
They were the last ones out. We should go with them.
yeah, that sounds good to me. Like, he's easily convinced.
We've been sitting here doing nothing for the past 5-10 minutes.
All right, so we'll wait until we stand still, looking away, pretending like we don't care that we see you.
So good at this.
in like a way that's probably not super convincing.
And you meet up somewhere?
I would just wait until they start walking and then walk slightly faster so we eventually catch up.
Yep.
Sure.
I'm
Yep.
going to walk to the House of 1,000 Faces.
Okay.
'cause it's
Oh, I thought you were going.
it's
That's
still,
not the direction.
It's nearby.
Oh, it is dusk. We've made it through the day.
Yeah.
Great. Then off we go. Beautiful. I thought we needed to kill time until we got to the evening. Then off we go to the southeast gate.
Okay. So just roll, I don't know, stealth, I guess, to see like how well you make your way through the city. Could be stealth, could be something else if you feel like you're using a different skill, but deception or persuasion or performance.
14.
9. I'm like pointing at things, even though I'm supposed to be from the city.
Mhm.
I'm playing the part of an indulgent aunt, occasionally buying Zay a street candy or something we pass.
Nice.
21.
Everything I do would really kind of draw attention. I got some animal handling, so I don't know if that's me trying to pretend or try to walk a dog that's nearby, or
You just roll stealth.
Fuck it, I'm just rolling
Steal
stealth.
someone's dog.
yeah. I feel like everything's going super well, so
You got your dolphin tattoo.
why not add another element? I'll take stealth. 18.
Yeah, definitely. So you all make your way together ultimately to the southeast gate. Along the way, you have to take a kind of a long route west first over the Dolphin Bridge, which you passed through over yesterday. Because the three bridges to get to the south half of the city are all kind of over on the western end. So you loop around the Dolphin Bridge and then wind your way back towards the southeast gate. Along the way, you also pass through a wall. There's a huge wall that kind of cordons off the whole chasm area. And it's
Cool.
lightly guarded. And they seem a little concerned about this noblewoman and her niece going through, but they don't ask too many questions. They just kind of give Zay some quizzical looks, the city guards, as you go through. And you're able to make your way down to the southeast gate, where there is a guard presence again. You can all pretty much travel together safely if you want to. As you're passing by the chasm, because you kind of have to make your way over that direction, you get pretty close to it at one point. You see it's this huge, just like Grand Canyon-esque rift in the middle of the city. And there seems to be like a shimmering blue aura somewhere down in the depths. You can't even see the bottom of it. And there are like blue flames that are kind of creeping up occasionally from the depths and spilling out over onto the edge of the chasm.
I
from
thought
time
it was
to time.
sealed, so it's open.
It's open, yeah. There's like some kind of magical aura sealing it down
I
below.
see. Okay.
But it's not like, not at the surface level.
I would like to, on our way, if we pass a store that sells implements and equipment of some kind, I would like to dash in quickly and with some of the gold that I got from Jarlaxle, buy a small ladder.
Sure. You pass by a store called Mascado's Maps and Surplus, and they have all kinds of tools.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
leave
that's,
the ladder.
it's not a step ladder, but also not like a giant ladder that's gonna cause problems. Just something I could easily carry with one arm.
Definitely. It's very convincing.
Okay, cool.
Like 9 feet or so folded. 7 feet. That's kind of big. 7 feet.
Yeah, so if folded 7 feet, yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. Yeah, you get no attention from that point onwards. Everyone
Awesome.
just assumes that you're busy.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yep.
And we keep going past the chasm. That was freaky and scary.
That's a hell of a koi pond they got down there.
Yeah.
It is.
And
I don't want to throw a penny in it. See what happens.
Do you?
to.
Do I have a penny?
Sure.
I throw a penny in it.
You have change from the bar. Yeah, you throw it in and it just goes, and there's a little bit of a down below, like just a little tiny bright spot of light.
Ilka's delighted.
This is a great place to get rid of evidence.
It's very echoey. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I said evidence really loud.
It like echoes.
Evidence.
This is where you should have thrown
There's
that.
there's like a guard. There are a couple guard posts around the chasm, and there's one like lift that extends down into the depths on the southwestern corner. You can see from wherever you are looking, like you can see around the whole thing. So
Just go over there and say, "Hey, my friend lost a penny in the
there's
pit."
also like a switchback staircase near the lift that goes down into the depths
Okay.
along the rock. So a couple different ways down.
And we have to go, we're going around this to get to the gate, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So outside the gate, what's your plan for the evening?
Hide and wait and watch. Oh, I'll cast our turtle shell.
It's very visible, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can make it look like anything.
Ah.
So if we're in a field of grass, it can look like
We'd have to get outside to.
Oh, we need to be
of
outside the gate.
Yeah.
I'm jumping
No,
ahead.
I
then.
don't know. We need to get outside of the gate, but that's where a field of grass would be. Or you're just using it as an option.
What does it look like by the gate?
It's a field of grass.
No, there's like a large cobblestone plaza on the inside of the gate,
Mhm.
and then it's just a big gatehouse, with a stone iron gate that comes down, like 3 stories, and there are guards maybe 25 feet up along the top of this rampart that surrounds the city.
Are there? So it's a cobblestone plaza. It's kind of late. Are there people here? Or
Yep. Yeah. So the Chasm district seems like kind of a Wild West as far as development. Like the city has allowed people within this enclosed part of the city to kind of build whatever they want to and develop however they want to. And so there's all kinds of like street merchants and kind of like the more poor of the city collect here to try to make a name for themselves and have a place in the city. And there's lots of abandoned buildings that have been taken up by whoever is looking for a place to live. So there's all kinds of people, all walks of life, moving through. Fewer nobles, so you do stick out a little bit, Ilka.
I'll shift my minor illusion to a little more traveler. I'm going to change to traveler's boots and wrap my hair up in not a big floppy morning hat, which I've
Like
been
a-
wearing all day.
More casual,
Yeah, like
practical cap.
a beanie.
I'm going to pull Scoot over to, there's a group, there's people who are watching Plaza performers, and there's somebody there who's just telling stories.
Oh,
So I'm going to join the crowd. I'm going to pull Scoot over. We're going to join the crowd in such a way where it looks, we're on the side that also faces the gate.
Cool. So you're just like in the crowd watching a show, but actually watching the gate.
Yep.
Nice. Everybody else joins in?
So we're staying inside the gate?
I thought that's the plan, but I don't. We didn't discuss. So I'll watch. I'm seeing you. I'm watching you guys too. So if you do something else, we'll follow.
So I say without changing my perspective on the performers. So what's next?
I don't know. I'm just watching Ilka and Zay.
You don't feel like you're being followed, so if you guys want to talk, like it's not like
I think we've gotten here. We feel more comfortable
Okay, so we're all
standing
together.
nearby each other.
And the DM just told us that we haven't been followed, so I'm just going to take him at his word.
It is darker now. Yeah, I mean,
And so you said to us that we're. What did you say?
Haven't been followed.
No. What did you say before to us about the wizard?
Oh, we're hoping we can catch him coming through the gate.
Okay, great. I look at all the people standing around us and see if anyone is listening.
roll perception.
19.
You get the sense that nobody's really paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
The
watching this
storyteller is
beautiful
very
story.
engaging.
Yeah, about the dragon mythal, the shield that kept the dragons out of Waterdeep, and how it was made, the attacks on dragons, and the drama that it caused.
Cool.
Dragon stuff.
Dragon stuff. Those are good stories.
Does anyone go through the gate? Carts, horses, travelers?
Yeah, typically people with City Watch accompaniments, like they show their paperwork and they're shown through the gate by some guards, mostly merchants at this time of night, coming and going.
All right, here's my plan. We're going to wait for a cart with horses. We are going to stand behind it. I will illusion so we look like an attached additional trailer. We'll just walk out with it and then cast our turtle shell and hide out in the field until the wizard approaches.
Why? Then what?
Is getting back in the city a problem for future Swoj? Because he was just saying they were checking papers.
Why not watch from here? Are you thinking of doing something to the...
To catch the wizard? Is that not our goal?
We're going to catch him? I don't know. I thought we were going back to the castle. You guys gestured us this way.
What I have interpreted, which could be wrong, is that a wizard is coming tonight with an egg, and we need to apprehend the wizard and get the egg away from this person.
Let's do it.
As you're talking, you notice 7 horses coming up from the southeast. Seems like 4 of them are wearing dark black cloaks and 3 are in City Watch armor. They match the profile of what you've heard about this crew.
I tug on Ilka's cloak and point.
One of them is wearing a silver half-moon phantom mask
Let's follow
in the
them.
center.
Say, can you cast Pass Without a Trace upon us?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be sneaky.
Done.
Whoosh. A couple people around you are like, whoa, wait a minute.
Wasn't there someone standing next to me?
Yeah.
Actually, they're included.
Yeah, they're
also-
in the...
It's kind of selective, isn't it? I don't know.
Okay, we head towards the horses.
Okay, they're trotting through the gate right now. So, like, are you just going to follow, or what do you want to do with these horse
Out or
riders
in?
into the city?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, this is
Reconfirm.
one of them is the wizard
Yes.
who has the egg. We need a way to follow them and find out where they're going. I guess I pictured a single wizard on foot.
Well, we know where they're going.
You know they're going to the chasm. That's what you've been told by
Mhm.
Fumbles. So,
Great.
And then the wizard, possibly on foot, brings it down
Yep.
into the depths.
Great. We follow them.
okay, roll stealth one more time.
17.
15.
8?
5.
What? Plus 10. Plus 10.
18.
15.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We
Oh.
all rolled
Oh.
exceptionally low. Oh,
Yeah.
except for you, maybe.
No, I rolled I had a terrible roll, but I have plus 10 on my own, and then plus how much from you?
10.
Yeah.
So then I'm at 25.
You are all
Okay.
unnoticed, but they are moving on horseback at a trot through the cities, so you have to really book it to keep up with them.
I book it.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, and they're making their way straight towards that southwestern guard post by the chasm. So unless you interfere, that's where they're heading to, and they're going to get off their horses
I don't
as
think
they
we
near
could,
it.
4 of us, stop 7 people on horses.
Yeah, agreed.
Especially with guards around.
No, I think we follow, keep close but distant.
Yeah.
I'm looking for when their numbers whittle down from 7, because I know not all of them are going down into the chasm, probably just the one wizard.
Yeah, once they reach this guard post, the 3 city guards kind of peel away, and the 3 masks and the wizard step onto the lift, and there's some conversation going on as you're watching this go down. So
Does anyone have a way to hear that conversation?
I have ears. That's all I have to offer.
you can try and get close. I mean, it's
Are there-
kind of an open road circling around this guard post as well, so you can get pretty close to them, especially with a pass without trace.
Do I notice any fauna nearby that seem like they are maybe would live near or in the chasm?
There are birds that flit in and out. There are little, bird nest holes in different parts of the chasm.
Okay.
That's probably the most obvious thing. It's nighttime right now, so there aren't a lot flying around, but yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Maybe like some snakes and cliff-dwelling rodents, that kind of thing.
So what was your plan, you two? It seems like you had something in mind.
I thought it would be different than this.
Okay.
We can...
The options that we had were that we could, try to overwhelm the guard and go down the lift. We could get the egg and pretend like it was us who needed to bring it down, or demand that we go down with it. Or we could make our way down the switchback. Or I'm not sure that we want to go down necessarily at all. If this was just an information gathering, now we see what they look like coming in. We could do something the next full moon.
Now that it's just 3, we can probably take just 3, right? 2 guards and a wizard?
Well, that's what's on the
is it
lift,
a-
but
3
there's
wizard.
Yeah.
the lift is heavily guarded, as Fumble said.
Up at the top, yeah. So they'd be going down on their own. It's a small lift. So if you had a way to interrupt it, it would be 4 people on the lift.
You got a lot of control over that shatter.
Does the lift have a rope, a chain?
Yeah, but it's kind of a rope and pulley system with some gears and steampunky assembly at the top that seems to keep it going up and down with a counterweight.
How many guards at the top?
There are several. There's the 3 that just peeled away that are now walking away, and then there are about 10 that man this guard post at the
Whoa.
top of the lift to make sure nobody goes in.
Yeah,
They're not
they're-
messing around.
That's going to work.
Yeah, I mean, they're just typical city watch, so it doesn't seem like there's any like powerful wizards or anything watching, but
Then I want to know what happens when the wizard gets to the bottom. I want to know if the wizard comes back up.
I'm going to try to call out to a nearby bird and try to get it to come over.
Can they hear through the pass without trace? Is that like a directed? Is it it's
I would just have to be
traveling
near
sound
one.
or?
Yeah. I think I'd have to touch it. Or no, it's just me. I cast it on myself, and then I would have to go find a bird to talk to.
yep. So
Step
you
out
can
of the
cast it
cone.
on yourself and do
Never
that.
mind.
We can all jump over the edge of the chasm because we're wearing... Oh, feather fall us.
Oh,
We're wearing Pass Without a Trace.
I was wondering about Featherfall.
So if we just head to the edge, hopefully if we look down, the lift lands on something sturdy, not just the gaping chasm of blue fire.
but it has the seal. Remember when you threw the penny down? It went. Vzz.
Yeah. So how does the lift make it through the visit?
I don't know. You're the magic person.
It lands on like a rocky sort of outcrop. If you're like peering over the edge, like
Yeah.
adjacent to the guard post, it goes down a few hundred feet and then seems to land on like a rocky spur that then like winds stairs down further into the darkness, with occasional torches dotting the stairs as they go. So the switchback from the surface
Mhm.
winds down towards near that rocky spur, and then the lift goes down right to this little jut of rock, which then winds further down.
Great. If I look
So-
down from where I am, is there rocky at the bottom, or is there blue fire?
Yeah, I mean, your area to land is kind of from the switchback over to the lift. It's maybe like 100 feet of rock.
Let's jump over the edge of the cliff.
Aren't we on the wrong side?
No, we've been
No,
following them.
Oh, no,
You're
we've
right-
been
you're right-
following
you're
him.
right,
Yeah,
Pass
okay.
without a tracing.
Sounds great.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how this will be a problem.
So we're trying to land low on the switchback.
Yeah.
And the wizard and the 3 guards have made it to that outcropping.
Yeah,
And
and
I've
Yes.
started going down.
all right.
And it's not like World of Warcraft. Like, you don't keep your momentum when you jump. I don't think you just kind of fall. So you don't have to worry about missing. Like, you'll land right where you jumped. So,
Yeah, there's only 3 of them down there. They're not expecting us to fall from above. We can not take 10 guards up here, but we can probably take 2 and a wizard.
All right. I'm in.
Works for me.
okay.
I'm going to hang
Um,
on to the back of Scoot like a cape.
Yeah, I grab the other's hands like the Wizard of Oz.
How long does the fall take us then?
Not too long, like 60 feet per round. So it would
yep.
be like 20, 30 seconds.
It says
Oh,
until the spell ends.
I definitely put the cloak back on while I'm falling.
Yes.
Nice.
And I get the what's it called? The maul with the anchor and stone ready to go.
As you're dropping down,
Oh. Can you cancel the feather fall on me when I'm like 10 feet above them?
Are we aiming like right on top of them?
sounds like you are.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
where
Yeah,
they've
we're-
started down the path, right? I don't know.
My plan was to cast Shatter as soon as we were within 30 feet.
Okay. So they're going down the elevator as you guys are starting to plummet 60
Oh,
feet per
okay.
second.
Yeah.
So I guess you'd actually
We'll
land
probably
like, just
beat 'em.
before they arrive.
Oh, even
Yeah.
better.
As you're falling, you notice to the north, kind of curving around away from the lift along the face of this cliff. Who has the highest passive perception among the lot of you?
Plus
I
4.
think
It is
It
not
might be
Lark.
Scoot.
mine is 15.
2.
Yours is higher than mine.
Okay. We'll say Scoot and Ilka. You notice?
That's Zay.
Sorry, Zay. Oh, no. Scoot and Zay. You see maybe like 1,000 feet away, just pinpricks along this cliff face, a few dark figures scaling down like Dread Pirates Roberts style along the rock of the cliff into the basin down below.
That would have changed the movie if he was going down instead of up.
Yeah, no
Right,
kidding.
right. They seem to be wearing like
Inconceivable.
camo. They're very hard to see, but you pick them out
Oh,
based on your experience with that kind of attire.
with the Jolly Gents outfits.
Yes, and
Yeah,
they're
I
not in a
whisper.
wooded area, so it doesn't really.
They
help
don't
them
have any
with
bonus
stealth.
to stealth. No. They were supposed to change into the mountain camo.
No.
Right, they forgot.
Yeah.
I think the Jolly Gents are here.
Yeah, but they're rookies.
You see 3 of them.
What? Jolly Gents where?
About 1,000 feet that way.
Allies or enemies?
Probably enemies based on what we've been running into lately.
So do they know we're here? Do we jump them before the wizard, or
They're 1,000 feet away from us.
Yeah, you don't even see like a rocky way to get to them on this level that you're on right now. Like
what's the
they're
range
just
on
going
that
into the
shatter? Is it
darkness.
1,000
And they
feet?
might just get bzzzt.
Yeah, that's
Ah.
right.
Bugs out, and then you all set down on the ground as this lift is going. Chung, 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 chung,
Oh, I
chung
hide behind
down.
the. Is the lift enclosed or is it like
No, it's open. There's like a railing. Otherwise, it's pretty open,
balls?
like a lantern.
All right. Anything I can stealth behind?
I'm switching from
rocks.
Shatter. As soon as I can see them, I'm casting Bane on all 3 of them. I want to nerf them from the start.
Holy shit! So they make a Wisdom save.
Yes, please. No, Charisma.
Charisma. The 3 guards fail, but the wizard with the silver mask seems to succeed.
The 3...
And then they start looking around, like, "What the fuck? We just got cursed."
What
I
does
cast
Bane
Fairy
do?
Fire on the wizard.
Whenever they make an attack roll, they must roll a d4 and subtract that number.
Okay.
So it just nerfs them.
Are we
Okay.
in initiative now?
Well, I guess this is the surprise round. So, if anyone would like to do, if Scoot or Lark would like to do an action as well,
How far away?
they're getting fairy fired and baned. They're, we'll say, like 60 feet away and closing.
I got nothing. I stealth. I try to hide myself.
Okay.
Behind me. No, just kidding.
I mean, I can't get up there fast enough, so
Mine
maybe,
won't work until they're 30 feet from me. So we know they are. It is until the lift
Once
is
they
at
reach
30
feet.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
So
wait.
you could take position around where it lands.
Mhm.
Your Bane has a 30-foot range.
So
But
I
they're
can't
60
cast-
feet away.
There
So
you go.
I-
They're 30 feet away.
I will wait until they're within 30 feet as well, because I don't want him to start glowing green.
Yep.
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 Okay, so they're out of the lift. They're 30 feet away. Then you guys hit them.
Mhm.
Then I guess I will run up and I feel bad about this attack. I guess I'll attack the wizard. I don't know. I'll attack the wizard.
Okay. As you charge up to him, you notice that it has the face of the clone of Manchun that you encountered in the Kolat Towers back in Waterdeep. The young, kind of handsome Manchun. You go right
The one
for
who
it.
cloned me.
Yes, the one that cloned you, the Necromancer. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Nancy.
Nancy. Hmm.
But
He has his own clones or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Of some kind.
Yeah, and Jack said 16-string Jack said that he had the face of Manchun.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you learned that he makes simulacrums of himself, like copies of
Simulacrums.
himself.
Okay.
Yeah, not necessarily clones, quote unquote, mechanically, but copies.
So Nancy might be involved with this.
All right.
Go for it.
I should have my book. 19.
And you have advantage
Nice. Yeah, that'll hit.
if it was the wizard. Yeah.
No sweat.
Oh,
He's not even wearing armor, so
actually, yeah, it's with advantage. It's 25.
yeah.
Okay. So then I'm going to do my rapier. This is non-magical rapier damage plus my sneak attack. But I do have my new sneak attack
New sneak attack.
damage because I leveled up. So it's a 46 now.
4d6.
Oh, yeah. 24 points of damage.
Amazing. Yeah, so you run him through, like, right above his heart. And when you pull your rapier out, like, chunks of ice fleck off of him as if it's like his clothing and his body were all made of enchanted ice.
So he's
Not dead. He's just damaged, like a statue
Okay.
would be damaged. And he seems shocked to see you.
Do I see where the stone is?
He seems to be cradling something in both of his hands, so he's
Did-
still holding on to it.
He didn't drop it?
No.
Okay.
Scoot, did you have anything you want to do?
I guess I'll. Is it possible to tackle one of the guards into the other guard?
Roll it. Yeah. Make an attack roll.
Not an attack, but mostly just probably to knock them both off their feet if possible. I think that's probably the intent of this motion.
It's like a slightly tricky grapple roll.
Yeah,
we'll
well,
see.
I don't know, causing a little commotion.
Sure.
Not going for a fatal wound or anything.
Sure.
9 with a plus, I don't know, what do you call it, strength? And 15.
Okay, well, they rolled a 2 and a 3 for their grapple rolls, so
Oh no.
we're going to say you succeed. So what are you trying to do? Just knock him down?
I guess, yeah. I guess by surprising them, I would knock one of them into the other and then knock them both down. So now they are both prone.
Boom,
the
boom.
wizard's been stabbed.
Like bowling pins.
Yeah. And then I'm standing over whichever one seems more threatening at this point.
Yeah.
And readying my weapon, which is still a
Anchor encased in cement.
anchor, yeah.
All right, roll. Give me some initiative, everyone. What do you got?
And what was Zay's spell?
Fairy fire?
Fairy fire.
Fairy fire.
What color?
Green.
What does fairy fire do?
It makes a target easier to hit, and it cannot become invisible.
And that's why I had advantage, or did I have advantage from the sneak?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You have advantage. Because you can see it.
Initiative 10 for Ilka.
24 for the Lark.
10 for Zay.
With a crit, I'm 21.
Nice.
Excellent. How's it feel having advantage, Scoot, on your initiative rolls?
Tickles. But I like it. I'm still second.
All right. Lark, you're facing down this Manchun clone. Clone versus clone.
I'm going to call back to everybody because we're relatively close. He's made of ice or something. And then I'm going to... Does it seem like the grasp for the stone is in such a way where I could wrest it away, or does it seem pretty firmly?
Yeah, he has it cradled hand over hand, almost like a baby. You could definitely, if you like wrenched one hand away, he might lose grip of it.
I want to try
Yeah.
then. I want to try actually to get the stone away.
Okay.
What would you like for that? Sleight of hand or strength?
You could roll a dexterity-based grapple, since you're not really trying to like pin him. You're just trying to get something out of his hands.
15.
He fails. He got a 9. So you're trying to just rip it out of his hands?
Yes.
Okay. And you do so, and he kind of like reaches for it in panic.
I yell.
Says no.
I yell, Ilka, and I toss it.
I open a dimension door.
What?
No?
What do you do?
No, that is not the answer. It seemed like a
I
good
want to
idea.
know.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, what does Ilka do? Maybe that is what she does.
That is what she does.
Great. No, I just catch it.
Scoot, it's your turn, I think.
I have no idea what's happening anymore.
Well, there's a gemstone wrapped in cloth flying towards Ilka.
Yeah.
And she's like making a dimension door shape and then quickly rethinks her plan and just catches
All
it.
right, yeah, I guess I just threatened the one I'm near. I said, stay down. And I'm holding the axe above, readying in action. The maul, I'll attack him if he stands up.
Okay, so you're not like, you're trying to pause the fight.
No, yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm still in the dark on what we're going to do with this thing. And I feel a little bit lost.
Yeah.
I thought we were just going to follow him down.
So at this point, I am not taking a hostile action more than I've done. I'm just ready. I'm just letting him know, stay down or you're going to get clunked.
Okay, the two masks on the ground try to stand up. Do you
I
let them?
clunk one.
Okay. Roll for clunk.
What's your clunk modifier, Scoot?
Well, he's coming up, so he's
Yeah.
at prone. Is that an advantage attack then still?
Yes.
First
He's also fairy fired, so.
okay, 24.
Yeah, okay. You clunk them.
Clunk him a little bit. And that was 2d8.
2d6 for them all.
It's a mole. Okay.
Yep.
I found you. And it's magical, but no other properties, right? Just it's silvered.
It's silvered.
That's what we said.
Yep.
Okay, that's 2 damage
Plus strength.
plus
So
3.
Yeah.
That's attack 1.
that's definitely a clunk.
18
Okay.
to hit, and another. Ooh, look at that! Another 6 damage.
Very nice. He sits back down from the momentum of your clunking.
Yes. Stay
Um,
down.
The wizard like touches the mask on his face, and it kind of like flashes with a bright light. Everyone make a wisdom saving throw
Against.
against being frightened.
I am brave.
11.
Okay.
6.
21.
And Lark?
I'm trying to see if I have some special thing that helps me. I don't think I do. 9.
Yeah, so everyone except Zay is frightened from the wizard. And he says, "Give that back. It must make its way down."
Why? Zay yells out.
All the rest of us are cowering and running away.
Tell me.
You don't have
Tell
to run
me,
away.
wizard.
You're just frightened. It's just,
You can't get
Yeah.
closer? Is that what it is?
yep, you can't get closer and you have disadvantage on attacks. He says, "It's needed to keep the seal intact. You must know that if you're trying to do this.
No, we're good with the seal being intact.
Well, then let us pass," he says.
What business does Manchun have helping with this?
He says, he doesn't respond to that. He just glares at you. He says, "I see no reason to share any such business with you, whoever you are."
I
He doesn't know who you are.
point to where the Jolly Gents were, and I say, "Well, they have business."
Who?
The point where we saw the people moving down the wall.
He does not know what you're talking about.
He doesn't see it. They're not there anymore.
Nope.
Oh,
They're
there
moving.
are some miscreants that might be waiting for you below.
He says, "Well, thank you for the violent warning. Can you tell me more? Am I free to go?"
I'm the only one who's not scared.
Yeah, you
You
gotta.
guys can still interact. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not like you're
bring us
paralyzed.
with you.
Yeah.
But we're scared.
He's just got this really glowering, emanating, horrifying aura to him, but he's still approachable. Like, you just can't, like, not literally approach him, but you can, like, address him and talk and tell him to turn off the lights, the scary lights.
Turn off the scary lights.
Oh,
Just-
I thought it was a flash. It's more than that. That's okay.
I guess it's been more than one round, so, I mean, you
Yeah.
guys would probably be making saves anyways at this point if you're not fighting, so. We'll just say that he takes his hand off of his mask and says, "I'm taking this down into the chasm. Let me pass.
Take us with you.
What will you do down there?"
Ensure you don't get attacked by the miscreants.
Do you say the jolly? Like
Yeah.
that?
The jolly miscreants.
He says, "So you're not aligned with them."
No.
Well, we thought we were, but then they turned out to be clones of Manchun, which I think you are a clone of Manchun. So our allegiances are not clear to us anymore.
He says, "I represent the leader of the masks."
Wait, Nancy's the leader of the masks?
Who's Nancy?
There was a powerful necromancer within Waterdeep.
Do you speak of the Zentarim in Waterdeep?
Nancy did have, he was in charge of the Zentarim. Not different guy? Because you look just like him.
I'm facing the mall at the guard. And I don't know where. I think I heard something about his tower falling down.
Yeah, we were not.
We weren't there for that.
We only heard about that.
Then he recognizes you all. And he actually holds his hand out and casts a fireball at the 2 guards, like edging out Scoot, so you're safe, Scoot. He tries to murder them in cold blood while someone tries to stop him.
No, wait, just let us come with you.
Lark is so shocked with everything that's happening that I don't think he would have any reaction other than just like slack-jawed amazement.
He says, and he looks up, and there's definitely like shouting going on up above. He says, "We should be moving. Word of this can't get out. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't know who I work with. This is all wrong. Come with me." And he starts walking down the stairs if you let him.
Zay
Okay,
follows.
sounds good.
I'm holding the egg, so I'm going to follow, but at a distance because I don't want him getting it back until I get more information because everything's murky.
Just don't let it get wet.
Yeah.
Scoot looks at the corpses and goes, "Oh, the loot." And he turns around.
He says, "Every full moon, I am tasked, or one such as myself is tasked, with bringing these stones down to a lake far below the chasm. If I don't make it there soon, this whole city is doomed."
Why does bringing an aboleth to a lake below the chasm help the city? Like, how does that help the seal?
And as you say that, from the darkness, like further ahead, with like wreathed in blue fire, this like membrane pushes up like something giving birth almost. And you can see this like huge black tentacle trying to like writhe its way out of this like seal, this like elastic plastic seal, like glad wrap almost. And it seems to be held down, and you hear screams like echoing around the chasm as this large thing tries to escape, and then it kind of gets pushed back down by the seal as blue flames kind of pour upwards out of the chasm. Some of them look at your feet around you.
So aboleths help with this?
Is it a sacrifice?
He says, "That's close. Follow me."
Twin Portals is produced and edited by Scott Hebert. The adventure is created by our Dungeon Master Matthias Valero, and the rest of the Silver Waves of Justice are played by Kendra Carlson, Beth Brophy, and Justin Peck. The next show is one of our live recordings on Saturday, June 24th. We will be back at the Teatro Zacconi in downtown Duluth. 6:30 p.m. doors open. The show starts at 7, and it is once again completely free. And a pro tip, dress light. The theater will warm up as the show goes on, and we want everyone to feel cool and comfortable. Scott Hebert is a fiscal year 2023 recipient of a Creative Support for Individuals grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board. This activity is made possible by the voters of Minnesota through a grant from the Minnesota State Arts Board, thanks to a legislative appropriation from the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Thank you to Leland Campana for use of his song Avernum as our theme song. Thank you to the Teatro Zacconi, Mary Fox, and Sarah Rolfson for their support. And thank you all so much for listening to Twin Portals. We will see you in June.
Yeah,
How's that
thank
tea?
you, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You like it?
Oh my gosh, that little pot. Cute. And a pot warmer. Is that what it's on?
Yeah.
Amazing. Oh, right on.
But yeah, it's got 3 temperature settings, red, purple, and blue.
These were totally banned at UMD because you could
hot
torch
plates?
down. Yep. And yet many people still had them and managed to cook really impressive meals on them. They're just really,
They get hot enough to light something on fire?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
like you can legit cook on them.
Wow.
I have a scar. There's a funny story. I was at Jamie's place once, and she had a small, like a mug version of one of those, and she had been using it. It was on, and of course, I'm just like, how hot could that possibly get? Put my my knuckle right down on it. I
To
still
like test, even just
Yeah.
to test it? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
that my way of testing is about 5 pounds of force straight down.
You lick the finger,
Yeah,
tap,
no,
wait for the sizzle.
no. I was just showing off. Like, hey, how cool can I be? Watch this. Ah! That's really hot.
I was at Bent Paddle the other day getting a growler, and the guy tested to see if it was the hot air was warm enough to melt plastic by putting his fingers in front of it. And I was like, what? And he's like, well, it wasn't hot enough yet. And I was like, well,
Thank
you only
thank
know
goodness.
that, right?
Guys are fucking dumb.
I mean, I didn't say it.
This guy's fucking dumb.
No, it's